Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3.
Well, this town is a pigskin paradise.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios. This is The Morning Rush.
Maximum security. Country House 1-2 down to the line. Maximum security wins the Kentucky Derby.
Nope.
So for the first time in the history of the Kentucky Derby, the horse that crossed the line first has been disqualified. After the objection, Country House wins the Kentucky Derby.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
Welcome into the Morning Rush on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson in studio with you today. And as always, thank you for making us a part of your morning this morning. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Cinco de Drinko holiday, which was, of course, important to celebrate over the weekend. And ended up being really nice weather here in the River Valley, at least.
I had a wonderful weekend going. Had me $100 ticket, 100 on the nose, 100 win place show on maximum security. Things were going great.
Until.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
That would make a great story, though.
It would have made a great story.
I'm glad that's not true because I don't think you could ever get over that.
No, I don't think if I had something like that, I don't know if I'd show up today.
No.
I'd be so depressed and disappointed. Man, what a controversial finish.
I know we're going to get to that. It's a good weekend, though. I mean, you mentioned the great weather, but there's just a lot going on this weekend between the Razorbacks, and I know we're going to talk probably more horse racing in one day than we've ever talked before, but I think a lot of people out there are still very interested and still talking about what the heck actually happened there on Saturday night. So, but yeah, it's a good weekend.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not a horse racing expert. I know that's shocking to some of you listening right now, but I learned more about horse racing on Saturday from this controversy than I probably ever would have before, even after that controversy happened, if it didn't happen. So, see, I learned a lot.
First thing, of course, I always get accused of defending the refs, so I automatically went to Twitter and said, I think the horse refs got it right.
Of course you did.
Just hoping to get some, of course you would, you suck, responses.
Did you get
Not
that?
Not one.
Oh.
No, I think you're right, Tommy. Well, that was
probably because they don't know any different.
Nor do I.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
It's very disappointing. But I'm just telling you, that horse must have some Arkansas Razorback blood in it, that maximum security. Because I guarantee you, if Arkansas ever got into the college football playoff and won the national championship, something of this nature would happen. This was a Razorback-esque finish for maximum security because this is what would happen. Mm-hmm. That's all I could think in this whole time. Yep, this horse must have some deep Arkansas connections because this is exactly what would happen to us.
Yep.
Oh, no. You didn't win the title. Let me yank that right back out of your arms here. We're going to some kind of playoff review.
You've had something that hasn't happened in the history of the Derby or in the history of college football.
And for service, the trainer, and it's going to be their first Kentucky Derby win. I mean, the grandest prize in all of horse racing, and it's in your arms.
Hmm?
You have won, and then they rip it away from you. I'm just telling you, that's all I could think about during that moment. This is exact. Arkansas would score like the go-ahead touchdown in the college football national championship game, and you think you've won the game like a walk-off touchdown. Game over. No, we're going to review it. Nope, knee was down as the ball was 1/2 inch from the goal line or something of that nature.
Something like their someone's equipment was busted or wasn't up to code, so you had to throw a flag on them. Yeah, something like that. But, it's just crazy because obviously we talked about the Kentucky Derby a lot on Friday, and it's always just one of those event things. Even if you don't watch horse racing ad nauseum, even if you're not a horse racing fan, the Kentucky Derby is an event that everyone just watches. And I think my favorite part about it is that you know when it starts, so you don't have to watch all the build-up and all the pomp and circumstance leading up to it. You can just tune in right when the race starts, and then it's over in a couple minutes.
You think that the Super Bowl has a long pregame show. The Kentucky Derby is worse.
I mean, I know everything about those jockeys and horses. Yeah. I mean, because they go into every single detail they possibly can about it.
Got to get those ads in to pay for the 2-minute race you're going to watch. But yeah, I mean, we watched quite a bit of the lead up, and even went as far as to get I got the Oaklawn Anywhere app downloaded on my phone, so that way I could, all of a sudden I was capable of betting a couple of the races right before that, so that was fun. Not profitable, but fun. And then, of course, it all came down to the Derby. And who could have forecasted or foreseen? And there was a few out there that thought something wild was going to happen, but they didn't know anything like this was going to happen. No,
because I mean, objections happen in horse racing. I mean, if you go to Oaklawn or anything like that, you see objections just happen in random races.
They don't take 22 minutes to sort out.
Yeah, and that's when I think most people knew that this was not just like some run-of-the-mill, this will be over in a second. Like this one had a huge impact on the race, so they had to make sure that they got it right.
I am always about getting it right. Take as long as you need. But, no one was complaining about the length of this replay.
There were some people, but I was like, I have zero problem. Take as long as you need.
And all I could think about also was, people want to gripe and complain about the length of a review in a basketball game or a football game.
Yeah.
But, no one was really up in arms about how long. It was riveting TV.
It was.
I mean, riveting. How could you turn the channel and not be watching? I mean, this was just unbelievable drama unfolding there at Churchill.
Mm-hmm. And can we also give a lot of credit, and I know that he probably won't get as much as he deserves, but Mike Tirico, man, that guy's one of the best in the business right there.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that, because here's the thing, you think that as a broadcast, you just call the race and it's over, but you're telling you have to fill in time and talk about stuff going on.
And during that, they got a few of the facts wrong about who was filing objections, but it was hard to know exactly what was going on down there on the track as the stewards were talking to the jockeys on the phone. And again, unless you're a deep inside horse racing person, it was just really hard to figure out. And I saw the veer and the movement as but I had it backwards. I thought the other horse had come up, so I thought, man, that horse came in and bumped maximum security. I thought I had it the other way. That's how much I know about it. I had it completely backwards.
Well, and I'm just going to be honest,
because I saw it as a turn for home, that bump and that movement and the horse move over, but I don't know enough about it that even when I saw it, I didn't know what I was seeing.
Well, see, and that was the thing, is like, just to be honest about it, I didn't know what I was looking for. I didn't know what the controversy was. I didn't know that was illegal. Like, I really did not know, if I'm being honest.
You got any idea what the value of those horses on that track were?
I'm sure a lot.
Tens of millions of dollars in, the market value for that group of horses. And if hills clip, a horse goes down, you have a pile up there, and you end up with the biggest tragedy you've ever seen in the sport. And maybe one of the biggest tragedies in all of sports. Because if you had a pile up there, horses would die.
Yeah.
And that's why they have these rules.
I understand how. Yeah.
Because it keeps the riders safe, it keeps the horses safe, it keeps everyone involved, to use in their lane. And that's ultimately why these rules exist that few of us understand and the stewards had to enforce.
I tell you what, Barbara Borden, she probably has the most knowledge, and she's the one that ultimately was able to address the objection.
Chief steward. Now, You say, what's a steward? Stewards are the referees.
Yes.
They have them at Oaklawn. They have them at Churchill. Any track has a group of stewards. They are the officials. They are the referees. But they're called stewards in horse racing. She was the crew chief, if you will, the white hat, the referee. She was in charge of the stewards.
And she's the best one to explain exactly what happened and why it happened.
The riders of the 18 and 20 horses in the Kentucky Derby lodged objections against the 7-horse, the winner, due to interference, turning for home, interference for pole. We had a lengthy review of the race. We interviewed affected riders. We determined that the 7-horse drifted out and impacted the progress of number 1, in turn interfering with the 18 and 21. Those horses were all affected, we thought, by the interference. Therefore, we unanimously determined to disqualify number 7 and place him behind the 18. 18 being the lowest placed horse that he bothered, which is our typical procedure.
Big personality on Babs there, by the way. She's very monotone, but she's like, the way that she explained it. I mean, again,
no, that's exactly how you need to come out and deliver a message of that nature.
Like that's how I feel like it was like, hey, obviously she knows, so that's the way it's going to be.
Because her decision changed six-figure fortunes for owners, jockeys. I mean, the jockey gets roughly $140,000 before their expenses in this. The winning jockey. Now the jockey of Maximum Security, let's say he's gets zero. I mean, so you have to be very certain, not just. I mean, because I think first and foremost, it's the responsibility of the officials to take care of the horses, the jockeys, the trainers, the owners, the people that have a real vested interest, and then the second group is obviously the bettors that make all of this possible. But that decision changed a lot of fortunes. Because now you're talking about. The winning prize was what, $1.8 million or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, so it was the purse for the Kentucky Derby, and if that's the full purse, it's 60% goes to the winner. I mean, and then it's all the horses down get a share of the prize money as well. So you're changing a lot of things. You want to be absolutely right.
This is why I don't bet.
You're not having money on this one.
No,
See, it didn't matter to me if
I did not.
If Country House I didn't have either of those horses on my tickets. So I needed both of them disqualified and a few others disqualified to get me where I needed to be.
No.
But
well,
didn't happen.
Fortunately not. But I know that there are some people that I know personally that were irate, throwing their tickets up in the air, tearing them apart. I mean, it was quite a call.
Don't tear your ticket up until it's official.
Yeah, because I'm curious how many people probably threw their ticket away when they had Country House winning, and it was a good run, and then oh crap, they had to go get back into the trash can and get it real quick. So, but lots of controversy in the Kentucky Derby. We'll talk about that. We'll also get into some Razorback baseball as they get this series victory over the Kentucky Wildcats over the weekend. And we'll also, of course, get to your phone calls. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in on a Hot Take Monday presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. That's where you're going to find our good friends at Crabtree RV, ready to take care of you for spring camping season. Memorial Day is just a few weekends out. So if you want to be out and ready to go, maybe your RV, your fifth wheel has not been de-winterized, maybe you just simply haven't had the time, this would be a great place to start is at Crabtree RV. Give them a call. Check them out online, crabtreerv.com, for all of your service needs and your RV body and paint needs as well in their new collision center. It's all at Crabtree RV in Alma, exit 13 off of I-40. It's where your family's dreams come true.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Don't miss the 41st anniversary sale at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale through May 6th. Up to $6,000 off on in-ground pools, $500 down, and 0% financing for up to 60 months with approved credit on hot spring spas. Or save $800 off on Doughboy above-ground pools. It's the 41st anniversary sale through May the 6th at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale, and always online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
This is the Morning Rush.
Did you invest in real estate only to find out that real estate takes up too much of your time? If you answered yes, then it's time to make a call to the experts. With more than 30 years of combined property management experience and more than 16,000 units managed, Trinity Multifamily are the ones to call. Get your life back. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
Jody'sAuto.com has 3 locations and 3 oil change specials, one for every budget. Just a good basic oil change with synthetic blend oil, oil filter, top off the fluids and air the tires, $19.95. 5-quart system, some restrictions. Better, the preferred oil change, which adds 4 tire rotation and 12 months roadside assistance to the basic. Only $34.95, and the 5th oil change is free. Best, the Supreme, which adds 4-wheel computer spin balance and vacuum the front floorboard to the preferred. Only $49.95, and the 5th oil change is free. But Jody'sAuto.com is one stop, total convenience. Tires, repairs, service, maintenance, towing, and fleets. And voted best of the best for taking care of their customers. 2 locations in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren. Since 1984, convenience and trust. Jody'sAuto.com.
For 55 years, Dunn Ford Company in Stigler, Oklahoma has been taking pride in the Ford cars and trucks we sell and service. At our Commercial Vehicle Center, we have the full line of Ford F-Series, Super Duty, and Medium Duty trucks. The Quick Lane at Dunn Ford does routine service and tires on all makes and models. Ask for the works, a 5-quart oil and filter change, tire rotation, and multi-point inspection for $39.95 or less. Dunn Ford in Stigler, 918-967-3384 or DunnFordCompany.com.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time. Fresh, fast, Jim's Razorback Pizza. At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
Sleep apnea isn't just a problem for the older or overweight. It can affect anyone, even children. If you or someone you know is tired all the time, it may be sleep apnea. Without treatment, it can lead to many serious health issues or even a traffic accident. Don't risk your health or that of a loved one. Make an appointment today with Dr. Bo Sparkman at River Valley Sleep Solutions. Treat your apnea without the hassle of a CPAP machine. Go to rivervalleysleep.com. That's rivervalleysleep.com.
Tri-Hill Turf offers the highest quality turf and pest services. Hey, you say those are big words. Well, let's see. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has a company agronomist, state and nationally certified technicians, free soil testing, and they even have precision GPS guided application equipment. Now that's high tech. For over 30 years, Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has used the latest application technology, and they strive for turf and pest excellence. They are your local turf and pest experts. Call the local team at 782-0404. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest.
Spring into color at the Paint Store in Van Buren. Your favorite choice for inspiration in choosing those vibrant colors from Richards Paints to finish your warm weather renovations. The Paint Store in Van Buren is contractor friendly and special orders don't upset them. Sue and Vicky, with over 30 years of experience, welcome all your painting questions and will help you feel confident in your choices of Richards Paints. The Paint Store is at 1414 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren. Come and see them or check them out on Facebook today.
ESPN 95.3. Mornings suck. Let John and Tommy make them suck less. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Going to get some quick hitting headlines, and they are presented by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, they're in Fayetteville. Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas is in Rogers. Both have big dog mowers that have an industry-leading 7-year limited warranty. And check out this price. Just $23.99 is where big dog mowers start. And you can get 0% interest. You choose $23.99 or 0% interest for 48 months and 0 down with approved credit. These are great deals right now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. And if you're in the military or you're a first responder, ask about the Big Dog Hero Program and get 10% off your next mower. Come check it out. Come see it at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers.
Razorback baseball gets the series victory against the Kentucky Wildcats over the weekend in Lexington. Kind of a weird series because of the rain and didn't have any games on Saturday, so you had 2 7-inning games on Sunday. But Arkansas won game 1 on Friday 5-2. Then game 2, technically, yesterday morning. They pounded Kentucky 9-1. Then in the third game of the series, Arkansas fell just a little bit short, 4-3. The final, Kentucky gets the victory. They were in position. They had it set up. Only 1 out, man on third base, hit into a double play. couldn't tie it up. So.
Yeah, that first game, it was fairly close and competitive through about 5 innings, and then Arkansas, what would normally be the middle innings, broke it open. What was it? Had the box score. 6-run sixth or whatever it was, but for that big 9-1 win. 6 innings, 6 runs for Arkansas, but kind of put that one away. Thought, well, maybe I was thinking at that point as I was watching this unfold, maybe this will dampen the Wildcats for the rest of the day, because when you have these double headers, that momentum can carry over. That's what I was hoping to see, is after Arkansas won in such convincing fashion in the first game yesterday, game 2 of the series, 9-1. Well, maybe Kentucky just knows that Arkansas is the better team, and they'll lay down for this third game. But obviously, that was a tough-fought battle in the final game. As you said, the tying run 90 feet away when a double play Arkansas hit into ended the ball game.
Yeah, that's the way you want it to end. But again, it's about getting the series victory. And guess what? They won the series. So moving on to LSU this weekend in Bonn.
They went to Lexington. They did exactly what you're supposed to do, which is get 2 out of 3.
That's right.
Everybody wants to sweep. I mean, think about it. You're talking about 3 consecutive sweeps in the SEC. That's like unheard of.
Yeah.
I don't care who you're playing. And so to get out of there with a series win, hey, I have no disappointments. Would you like to have that extra win and give you a little more breathing room these last 2 weekends? Of course you would, especially when you're, a base hit away from maybe potentially winning the ball game. So, it was a tough way to see it in, but Arkansas got the job done. And again, you go win 2 of 3 the next 2 weekends.
You're in great shape.
And A&M's looking a little more like a place you can go get a couple of wins.
Even LSU's kind of, they're teetering.
I'm telling you, I don't care.
I know.
They can leave their starting rotation at home. They just have Arkansas's number. It's going to be a huge Thursday, Friday, Saturday coming up in Fayetteville.
Well, if they beat LSU in a series, they're going all the way. I'm being facetious, but it just feels that way. Where if they finally get that monkey off their back,
I don't disagree with you. If they can win 2 of 3 this weekend, it's kind of puts you in a position you got to win 1 of 3 potentially the last weekend, because you got some tiebreaker edges. I just think winning the West is the path to a top 8 national seed, and not being concerned about having to accomplish anything in Hoover. And I don't know, we need to look up and see who Vanderbilt is playing these next 2 weekends. We need to, as Razorbacks, root for whoever, because Vanderbilt and Arkansas right now engaged in a battle here for the regular season crown, and you'd like to finish 1 game ahead of Vanderbilt. They beat you 2 of 3 at third place. Finish 1 game ahead of them, and you're the regular season overall champion.
Let's squeeze in a phone call real quick. Melanie's in Harrison. I wonder what she's going to want to talk about. What's going on, Melanie?
Well, how could you not guess what I want to talk about? You spent the first whole segment talking about the horse race.
Right.
Exactly.
I knew what you wanted to talk about.
I'm really, when it first happened and all day yesterday, I was really fired up about, I think they did the wrong thing. I really think they had no reason to take the horse down. And my point of contention was, if you watched the Kentucky Oaks race the day before, the fillies, the same thing happened, like right at the very beginning of the race, where a horse could feel 50 yards out of the starting gate and went down. It literally rolled over the jockey. They're both okay. They're both okay from what I heard. But it's the same thing that happened at the end of the race there, where, okay, he's spooked. Lots of horses do it. Even the rider on Code of Honor said his horse spooked too at the same thing, and they both jumped sideways.
But there's just no, Melanie, there's just no getting around the fact this is the Kentucky Derby. I know the Oaks is a big race for the fillies, but this was the Kentucky Derby. You got to get it right.
Have to get it right. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Hello, you've reached Toyota. This is Jan. How can I help?
Hi, Jan. I was wondering why you say that your summer starts at your Toyota dealer.
Well, summer's just around the corner, right?
Yeah, it is.
And with great offers on our big selection of Toyotas now through June 3rd, you can get the reliable Toyota you need to get you to all the events that summer has to offer. Like drive up and visit your mom for Mother's Day.
Oh, son, it's so good to see you. Come here and give your mom a kiss.
Or maybe go snorkeling over Memorial Day weekend. How about see your nephew graduate from college? Or go down to the lake for 4th of July fireworks.
Wow, there's so many places to go, I just don't know which one to pick. You know what? I'm gonna do them all.
That's the spirit.
Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Tundra Special Edition. Toyota, let's go places. Visit GSToffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and N6319.
Tommy Kraft for the Fence Man. Do you own a business that needs more security? Or maybe you just want a better look and more curb appeal? A new fence from the Fence Man can give you both. In business for more than 40 years, the Fence Man can custom install any type of fencing, gates, controlled access, and card readers. Call the Fence Man for a quick, no obligations quote. 479-782-3936. That's 782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Joe's Grill and Cantina is the only place to watch the Hogs. Watch every game at Joe's. Enjoy half-price apps and taps during the game. And with TVs all around the restaurant, you'll have a front row seat. Half-price appetizers like brisket nachos, Mexican pizza, 10-layer dip, or Joe's humongous sampler platter. All half-price. And all beers on tap are half-price. Watch every Hog game at Joe's. Half-price apps and taps during every Hog game at Joe's Grill and Cantina. 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps. The new Harry Robinson Salisal Ford has a bigger selection with over 200 vehicles in stock, personal service from a staff that is ready to work with you, and an all-new service department that's friendly and will fix your car right the first time. This is our promise to you at the new Harry Robinson Salisal Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisal, Oklahoma.
Harry Robinson Salisal Ford.
ESPN 95.3. Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Hand-Or Auto Park at 6500 Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith. They're the home of the lifetime engine warranty on all new vehicles. Free maintenance for 2 years and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Nissan at an affordable price. Or Auto Park also has a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs for you to choose from. So visit orautopark.com where you can score more with Or.
We've been talking about maximum security all morning.
That's right.
We got maximum security here in the studio in the form of Officer Breeden that stopped by.
Yes, he has stopped by.
Did you watch the Derby?
I did.
Did you have surely you bet on a horse named Maximum Security. That seems like you would just bet on that horse just based on the name.
I bet my maximum wager, which is a Diet Coke. That's the most I ever bet on anything because the opportunity to lose money, I don't enjoy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's why I don't bet on these horse races, because especially with the controversy. Because knowing me and my luck, I would have had all my money on Maximum Security, and then end up.
We should have bet on something named Country House. That just sounds like the Morning Rush.
Should have, yeah, we should have.
You know, I had a couple of friends that they wanted to be in the horse racing business because they said there's a lot of money in horses, and what they discovered, there is a lot of money in the horse.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of money back out.
Yeah. You put the money in. Yeah, right.
Yeah, the ROI is not good.
Feed and trainers and vet bills.
Exactly.
The vet bills get you.
Yeah. Let me ask you about this. It was a holiday over the weekend.
That's correct.
I call it Cinco de Drinko. Cinco de Mayo, but
I don't think that's the way they would prefer.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the preferred nomenclature of the holiday. But did people behave themselves over the weekend? Did you make sure that there was no major issues because of the holiday?
We encourage people to certainly behave and act as responsible adults. Yeah. We had to have a meaningful conversation with some, and one of the things that is really a hot topic right now: medical marijuana. And you hear this, I've got my medical marijuana card. That's great. I mean, if you need it, you need it. It's the same as if you need any other medication if you need it. Yeah. But you can't be high and drive. Just because you have a medical card does not give you...
Not a license for that, too?
No, it's not a license to be high. It's the same as... DWI is DWI, driving while impaired, regardless of whether it's your prescription or some illicit drug.
Okay. I felt like that was common sense, but I don't think probably in your field there is anything such as common sense when it comes to people.
Well, you find out common sense isn't nearly as common as it should be.
Well, we understand that. So, but there you have it. So
he's our chief steward around here.
That's right.
So we need a ruling.
Yeah,
we know where to go.
We have him come in and gives it from word of mouth right here. So that way we don't try to mess anything up when we're giving out the rules and everything like that. So there you have it. If you have your medical marijuana card, that does not give you the right to be high and drive.
That is correct.
That seems pretty common
That's
sense.
what I was saying. Like, it seems like everyone would know that, but apparently not.
The same thing for oxycodones or any other thing that would impair your ability to operate a motor vehicle. They put a label on it that says, do not operate heavy equipment. Automobiles certainly fall into that category.
You expect people to read? I mean, come on now. Expect people to read what's on the bottle there?
No.
Yeah. But, well, good. Well,
all right, well, stay dry out there.
Yes.
It's been a wet morning.
It is a wet morning on the roadways. Everyone, please be careful.
There you go. Thank you, Officer Breeden, for
our chief steward here.
We need to start giving him that title. The chief steward.
The chief steward of the Morning Rush.
Yep.
Hey, don't let mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas ruin your outdoor activities this spring or summer. Call Mosquito Joe. Mosquito Joe of Arkansas is an Arkansas-owned family business committed to making outside fun again in your backyard and around the natural state. For mosquito, tick, and flea-free yard this spring and summer, call Mosquito Joe, 479-202-9960. If you're in Central Arkansas, 501-508-2528. Or easier yet, go to arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
I just had somebody tweet in and who's just watching Officer Breeden on our Facebook Live and said, wow, he has no hair. No, he does not have hair. I mean, I didn't know that was a requirement of a police officer, but no, he does not have any hair.
No, he's bald. I think it's by choice.
Really?
I think he shaves that thing down with a Bowie knife.
What was it George Costanza said on Seinfeld? That's like using a wheelchair just for the fun of it. If you can grow hair and you don't.
Or you could be Costanza and have the classic horseshoe pattern.
Yeah.
The Feinbaum going on.
But luckily here on the Morning Rush, us three, we don't have to worry about that problem just yet. More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with us. Your number one Arkansas fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to ensure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here with a better way to drive at Rath Auto Resources. We're out to break every record in May with the biggest Memorial Day sale ever. It's huge. It's too big for a day. It's huge. Too big for a weekend. It's huge. It's going to take all month to get this done and some of the best incentives ever. We've marked down every vehicle on the lot with discounts up to $3,300 below retail. To save even more, look for the vehicles with the green special stickers on the windshield and get state sales tax paid. If you're keeping the car you have, let our Meineke Car Care Centers take care of it for you with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires, free AC checks, and 10% off all AC work. So visit us today and take advantage of discounts up to $3,300 and state sales tax paid on select inventory during the biggest Memorial Day sale ever. It's huge at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
You're born amazing, and at Baptist Health, we want to keep you that way. In fact, that's our mission, to not only provide the most skilled doctors and nurses to heal you from sickness or injury, and comprehensive care to support your recovery, but also to be your guide to health. Also, you can keep on inspiring, keep on reaching, and keep on amazing. For the care that keeps you amazing, visit Baptist-Health.com.
ESPN 95.3. Get after the guys on Twitter at Rush John Neighbors and at Tommy Kraft ESPN. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel. They've extended RV show pricing right now with up to $15,000 off on fifth wheels, travel trailers up to $10,000 off. These savings are about to expire. Things are about to run out because springtime is quickly getting away from us here. Got 80-degree weather. It's going to be perfect camping weather. Mother's Day weekend coming up. Don't miss any of it. And you can be out, at your favorite lake, state park, river, fishing hole, and enjoy it in comfort with Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off of I-40. It's Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true.
We're talking about the Razorback baseball team and getting the series victory over Kentucky over the weekend, and now they just have 2 SEC series left in the regular season, of course, against LSU and Baum Stadium this weekend, and then next weekend they travel to College Station to take on the Texas A&M Aggies. And we were also discussing the race for the regular season title in the SEC is essentially between Vanderbilt and Arkansas. Right. I know that a lot of things can happen, but those are the 2 clubhouse leaders. Vanderbilt is 18-6 in conference, technically holds a 1-game lead over Arkansas, who is 17-7.
And the tiebreaker. And Vanderbilt, for those of you who are wondering who they have left on their schedule, because Arkansas has LSU and A&M, 2 really good, great teams. 2 top 20 or so teams.
Yeah. Vanderbilt has Missouri this weekend, and then Kentucky the next weekend.
So not as difficult a road ahead of them as
Missouri's a decent team. Yeah. Kentucky's bad. So it's going to be tough for Arkansas.
Kentucky's not the worst, but they're not very good.
Well, they're second worst behind Bama. Bama's the worst.
RPI-wise, Bama and South Carolina are worse, but
yeah,
if you're going by RPI.
Actually, yeah, it's amazing.
South Carolina was 71 going into the weekend.
I'm about to say, I'm looking at the standings right now. South Carolina's 5-19 in conference play, 24-23 over. What happened?
It's a national championship program.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder what happened to them. Man, same thing with Texas. My goodness, they may not even make their own conference tournament. I know that breaks the hearts of all the Razorback fans out there. That Texas may not make their own conference tournament because they're so bad. But it's just funny how baseball.
It's actually not good for Arkansas.
Since I guess technically they played and. I
mean, for your RPI, you want them to actually.
Well, right, yes, but it's not. You're more concerned.
But I'm not going to shed any tears.
No. You're not going to be sad or anything like that. But Arkansas technically holds a 2-game lead in the SEC West. Arkansas being at 17-7 in conference play. Mississippi State and Ole Miss both at 15-9. LSU is actually third at 14-10 in conference play. So you face them this weekend. You're just hoping that this weekend, because it seems like all the stars are aligning for this weekend to finally be the weekend where you get that series victory over LSU. You have not beaten LSU in a regular season series since 2011. That's 8 years ago.
Well, I mean, Arkansas is the better team, but there's been other times between 2011 and now where Arkansas has been the better team and came up short. So,
like last year.
I take nothing for granted.
Yeah. So, I mean,
take no big lead in the 7th inning for granted.
No, because, I don't know if it was last year or the year before last. May have been the year before last where Arkansas won game 1, had a huge lead in game 2, and choked it away, and then LSU won both game 2 and game 3. So, you're hoping that that's not a situation that it ends up playing into the hands of. But either way, just from the weekend and the performance, I mean, as far as things sticking out and takeaways, you pretty much got what you expected for the most part. Obviously, you wanted to win all 3 games and get a series sweep, but game 1 was a tough, hard-fought battle. Isaiah Campbell pitched well, of course, but nothing came easy there. And I think that from all the takeaways that you had, or at least from what I saw from fans, it was about these 2 7-inning games, because obviously, when weather gets into play and it becomes a factor in baseball, as SEC schedules or just any conference schedule, you got to be able to make sure that you find a way to get all the games in. You can't cancel any games or anything like that. So it's pretty common that if you can't play on Saturday in a Friday, Saturday, Sunday series, you move both games to Sunday and play a doubleheader. It's not that uncommon. But a lot of Razorback fans were upset at the fact that there's 2 7-inning games. How in the world do you have conference games not go 9 innings if you can do it, if you can make it work, and if you can help it? And it's one of these things that
when you have to play a doubleheader on the final day from the beginning, when you're starting game 2 on the final day of a series, I believe that's the conference rule. You play 2 7-inning games on the final day. Now, Could you say this rule needs to be reviewed or updated? I'm sure this rule was implemented because when a lot of these rules were set in place, nearly every team, and probably all 12 teams at that time in the league, traveled by commercial air, meaning you had to get to the airport to go through security to get on American Airlines flight number whatever by a certain time. Well, it's just, I don't know how many teams fly charter now around the league. This isn't a curfew deal, but this was a way to make sure you got all the games, two games completed on the final day of a series.
Razorback fans would not be caring about this rule.
Well,
if they had won.
Right.
Games,
no one would bring it up. No one would
it.
care a bit if those last two runners had crossed the plate and you won by one.
But I guess my thing is I don't see the problem with it, and it's only a problem when you lose. Because I understand, because like you said, Tommy, if it's a travel deal, I understand why you want 2 7-inning games. But I also get that you feel like you're missing out on something, or it feels incomplete when you only have 2 7-inning games in SEC play. It's one thing to do it in non-conference play.
No one complained about the first game. Arkansas won 9-1.
No. They wouldn't. No, they don't
one
care.
Complained, it was a 7-inning game. I really wish Kentucky had 6 more outs.
No.
See what happens.
Again, no one's complaining if you won both games. Exactly. I understand that. But just looking at it objectively, though, just from the conference perspective,
well, I mean,
it becomes one of those things that you have to ask yourself, is this the way to do it?
Maybe in Destin they look at that again. I don't know. Do all 14 teams travel by private charter? Meaning that if their plane leaves at 5 p.m. or 7 p.m., it doesn't necessarily matter? I mean, I don't know enough. I just know how Arkansas does it. I don't know what the other 13 schools in the league do. So you got to have you got to have rules, but you also got to remember. Yeah, now you're in May and school's out, and you don't have to worry about it. Do you really want your student athletes getting back later and later? I mean, that's always going to be the argument. These are student athletes. We got to get them back in time to be fresh for class the next morning. That's always going to be brought up. Now, you get to the point of the year now where they're not in classes. They're baseball players. But that's not, that's not generally how it's going to be looked at by administrators and presidents and chancellors and the people that actually vote on these kind of things. When there's a game in March and you have to go 2 9-inning games on a last day and they get back at midnight, those are also some of the things that get brought into the conversation.
Yeah. And again, once it gets down to it and the regular season ends, I don't think any Razorback fans is going to look back at the Kentucky game and be like, well, that was crap. That shouldn't have changed, because let's be honest, you got the series victory, and that's what matters.
Right.
You could have swept them.
When it goes your way,
yeah,
and you win these games, no one complains.
No,
then
it's not even a topic that's being brought up, because if it doesn't affect you or impact you negatively, then it's all good. Yeah. Rules are great. Yeah, love those rules.
Brad just wrote it. No one complained last year when we swept South Carolina in 2 7-inning back-to-back games.
I mean, no one cared. It didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. But that's the way fans are, and that's not just Arkansas. That's everywhere. If
you had won 1 of 3. I'd probably be a little more feisty about this conversation.
Yeah.
You won 2 of 3 again. You just keep winning 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. Everything's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't feel like Arkansas got shortchanged on anything.
No, I don't think so either. But they have 6 regular season games left, folks. Again, LSU and A&M are the only games remaining in the regular season. You have no midweek games, which is kind of crazy because most of the other SEC teams still have midweek games to play, but Arkansas is done with that. So with 6 games left, Tommy, how many of them does Arkansas win? Based on what you've seen, who they're playing, where they're playing them.
I'd like to say 4. I'd like to think you win 2 of the next 3 in the next 2 weekends. I think the A&M series, even though it's on the road, Arkansas's played well on the road this year.
They have.
And Dave Van Horn kind of has that Saban factor when he plays former assistants. They just don't beat him very often in series. He seems to have the previous assistant coaches that have been on his staffs that he has to face, and Childress is one of them. He just doesn't have a problem beating those guys, just like Saban always beats his former assistants. So I'm not as I'm more concerned about the home stand, the final regular season home series here with LSU than I am about that final weekend with A&M.
Well, it's a bigger series for multiple reasons. And I think that it, for Razorback fans,
I'm just saying from difficulty to get out of there with a series win. I mean, if they can win 4 of the last 6, they're going to have a heck of a conference record. I think they win the West, and that's what this is about: is win the West. I think the Western Division champion it's just a matter of which of the 8 seeds. It's not if, it's which of the top 8 national seeds. And I think at that point your RPI is going to put Arkansas somewhere between. They're either going to get the 3, 4, or 5 national seed because UCLA is going to get the 1, Vanderbilt's going to get the 2. Arkansas, if they do that, probably it'd be 3 or 4. Be my guess.
Yeah, because I think that if you win the next 2 series, you have a national seed regardless of SEC.
I think you'll either be 3 or 4, depending on what happens elsewhere around the country.
And you better start making your plans for a regional and possibly a super regional bomb stadium and having a party over there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're going to host a regional now.
Well,
regardless.
no matter what.
That's not a problem. It's whether you're going to be guaranteed a spot as a super regional host. And I just think if you win, that's what's at stake for Arkansas.
Yep.
You win 4 of the next 6. I believe at that point you're Western Division champions. I think mathematically that's how it works because they've still got, 2-game lead?
Yeah, the only way it happens is if Mississippi State and Ole Miss, one of the two, end up winning all 6 of
Ole
their
Miss would have to
games
win them all, and then they would have the tiebreaker.
That's right. Mississippi State would not have the tiebreaker, but Ole Miss would.
Would not.
That's right.
So Ole Miss would have to win all 6. Arkansas would have to win, I guess, 3 of 6 to not be in a tiebreaker. So you win 4, you win 5.
4,
you win 5, it's
over. Yeah. You win 5, it's over. If you win 4, more than likely you got it.
But the odds of Ole Miss going 6-0 pretty slim too. I don't even know who they play.
Well, I'm looking at their schedule right now. They have Mississippi State this weekend.
Not going to win all,
and Tennessee at the end. So, I don't see it happening either.
No.
4-6, folks. Just win 4-6.
Win 4 of 6. You win the West. You're either the 3 or the 4 seed nationally.
Yep, that's what you're dealing with.
That's what
right
I
now.
believe.
No, I'm right with you there. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. This is the Morning Rush, brought to you by World of Wireless.
877-305-DISH. That's 877-305-3474. DISH service with a 2-year price guarantee available. Movie channels, local installation, all of that, but also internet service is available with World of Wireless. So if you live in a rural area or you live somewhere where you just can't get the speed you need, you might want to call World of Wireless. They sell and service all kinds of internet service, whether it's the cable company, the phone company. They got satellite internet, and they also have their own Wow Fast internet. It's their own internet. It's fiber to air. They can bring it into your house. No data caps, no throttling. It's an affordable plan. Find out if you live in their coverage area at wowfastinternet.com or call 877-305-3474.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the 4-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
Wow, this is hard. Not every game is meant to be big, like bobbing for watermelons, for instance. But the big win scratch-off from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is. This enormous ticket is packed full of ways to win big, and has a top prize of $250,000. Yep, it's time to get down to bigness. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Hey there, it's Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. Big Dog Mowers have you covered no matter the job. With an industry-leading 7-year limited warranty, Big Dog will take care of you. And with prices starting at $23.99 or 0% financing for 48 months and 0 down with approved credit, you can have that perfect lawn you need and want without breaking the bank. And if you serve or have served in the military or as a first responder, take advantage of the Big Dog Hero program and receive 10% off your next mower. Come see us at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers today.
This is the Morning Rush.
Park in Fort Smith combines over 90 years of family-owned experience with the best sales and service teams around. And at Orr Auto Park, every new vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty, free maintenance for 2 years, and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. The largest selection, the biggest discounts, and the best buying experience around. These are some of the reasons why you always score more with Orr Auto Park in Fort Smith. Stop in today, or they are always open online 24/7 at OrrAutoPark.com.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new loaded hash round bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. Okay, AJ. Aw, snap. I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... Okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
Tri-Hill Turf offers the highest quality turf and pest services. Hey, you say those are big words. Well, let's see. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has a company agronomist, state and nationally certified technicians, free soil testing, and they even have precision GPS guided application equipment. Now that's high tech. For over 30 years, Tri-Hill Turf and Pest has used the latest application technology, and they strive for turf and pest excellence. They are your local turf and pest experts. Call the local team at 782-0404. Tri-Hill Turf and Pest.
Only 10% of collision repair shops achieve ICAR Gold Class status, the highest training level recognized in the industry. Evans Body Shop is proud to be one of them. We know the latest repair techniques, how to find hidden damage, and repair your car's critical safety features so they work properly again. We invest in training because we would never cut corners with your family's safety at stake, and neither should you. Get your vehicle repaired at Evans Body Shop, where your safety is our top priority. Evans Body Shop, 412 Gordon Avenue, Van Buren.
Where we meet the nicest people by accident.
ESPN 95.3. Don't just listen. Watch The Morning Rush on Hit That Line's Facebook Live, Periscope, and YouTube page. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. We are brought to you by the Ritchie Bros.
Yeah, if you need to sell heavy equipment or other assets, Ritchie Brothers in Iron Planet offers unprecedented choices of ways to sell when, where, and how you need to do it for your business. Ritchie Brothers in Iron Planet has the experience, the solutions, and the global reach to maximize your return. They can do it with a unreserved on-site auction, a weekly online auction they conduct, and as well as reserved online marketplaces and their extensive buyer network. Hey, whatever your equipment selling needs are, call our man David Lee, 479-322-2052. That's 322-2052. Or check out their very helpful website online, Ritchie Bros. That's Ritchie, BROS.com.
You know, we talked a little bit about the Kentucky Derby and obviously the controversial finish where it looked like Maximum Security was going to take home the crown. And then after objections were made and after a long review process, that ended up not being the case. And here's the funny thing, too, because, Tommy, we talked about officiating, how you always want to get the call right. Mm-hmm. I actually saw some people complaining about the length of the review. And to me, when it's a 2-minute race and everything is on the line here, I feel like in this case, take as long as you need to review it to make sure you get it right.
This is the Super Bowl of horse racing.
So
this would be like having, this would be the equivalent, did the touchdown score as time expired in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And it was going to be, you have a 4-point game, let's just say. And was the runner's knee down before the ball touched the plane? If you have to take a half hour looking at every possible angle, that's what you do when it's the Super Bowl and the World Championship's on the line. That's the only way I can equate this into sports. This would be Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and the shot went in at the horn in overtime. You're gonna spend as long as you need to determine was the ball out of the hand. Same thing here, you know. This is the Kentucky Derby. And the question is, how did they do it? I mean, this was the 145th Kentucky Derby.
It's been around a while.
So how did they do it 100 years ago when there was no video replay? I guess they just watched a lot closer, probably had stewards in different spots around the track. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, because obviously you didn't have video replay, you know.
Because I'm assuming objections were part of the
I would
racing.
assume.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought about that. It's like, how did they do it before?
Mm-hmm.
Because, in other sports like football and all that,
this has never happened where they've disqualified the winner of the Derby in 144 previous Kentucky Derbies. Well, yeah, they didn't have video replay.
Be able to look
watch
at
every angle in high def. And I don't know when it came about as part of the review process. Don't know enough about the history of the Kentucky Derby, but there were 100 of them at least without it. At least.
Yeah.
That's true. And I bet they didn't start using video till the last 30 or 40. I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea.
I assume that they just had a bunch of people that were watching, and it's like, all right, let's have a committee meeting here about these objections, and let's talk about what we saw and what we need to do here. But that was the funny thing about it, is because, like you said, it was 145 years. First off, it's amazing how long this race has been going on. I mean, what was it, since Civil War?
Civil War, yeah. Wrong war.
Yeah, really, before any of that. Yeah, since the Civil War, it's been going on. And never have an ending like this in such controversy. And I think that's what's surprising. Not just the review and objection, but, this controversial finish, to me, was the most impressive thing about it all, is that you never had that much controversy, at least not to this level, in 145 years. So, for those of you who bet on maximum security, I'm sorry. It sucks. But that's just the way it goes, and that's the way it's got to be.
I'd like to hear from someone that actually, don't just call here and make it up, truly had that ticket.
Yeah.
I didn't. So I wasn't all emotional about it when this was unfolding. It didn't matter to me what they did. I wasn't going to cash a ticket because I didn't have Country House and I didn't have maximum security. I'd put my money on the wrong horses to begin with.
Yeah. Well, I just, for fun, tweeted out before the race starts, like, I'm going with the game winner. That was the extent of my interest.
You didn't financially go with anybody.
No, because again, I'm not good at it. I don't know what to look for. And anytime that I would bet on a horse, I'm always going to bet on a long shot, which would have benefited me here because it was a 65-1 odd. So, couldn't make that happen. Couldn't be that guy. But either way, controversy strikes in the Kentucky Derby. But they got the call right. At least that's what I was told by people who know a lot more about it than what I do. More of the Morning Rush coming up in 2 minutes. Stay with us, folks.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them at 479-997-2366 or log on to BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Hey, this is Scott from Calico County, and it's time for some springtime specials. First, it's our chicken breast salads. Fresh salad fixings, including our own croutons, topped with juicy chunks of chicken prepared the way you like it. Fried, grilled, blackened, or even buffalo style. All served with a salad dressing we make in-house as well. Or your second choice is those same chunks of chicken wrapped in a warm tortilla to make a delicious wrap. Of course, both come with one of our cinnamon rolls. So whether it be breakfast, lunch, dinner, or catering, we're Calico County, just off Rogers Avenue behind Randall Ford.
Is your home at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? OG&E is offering Arkansas customers a free weatherization program to increase your comfort and lower your bills. A trained crew will perform an energy audit at no cost to you, and if your home qualifies, our crews will install measures that will save you money. The services provided through this program are absolutely free to qualifying homes. If you could benefit from free home weatherization improvements, call OG&E at 1-800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Chance of showers and scattered thunderstorms north today. Our high temperatures in the upper 70s. Further south to sunshine, our high just over 80. We should see any wetter, stormy weather winding down later tonight. An overnight low will drop down into the low 60s. And then isolated showers or storms across the area for Tuesday. Our high in the low 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Weather is brought to you by Hertz Car Sales, 2810 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith. You can call them today at 783-1722 or check them out online at buyfromhertz.com.
Paris Fort Smith from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios. This is The Morning Rush.
Maximum security. Country House 1-2 down to the line. Maximum security wins the Kentucky Derby.
Nope. So for the first time in the history of the Kentucky Derby, the horse that crossed the line first has been disqualified after the objection. Country House wins the Kentucky Derby.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Hot Take Monday presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, exit 13 off of I-40. It's right next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. Easy to get to. You take exit 13. You actually go up to the light by the Taco Bell, hang a left. Then there's the driveway to get into Crabtree RV. That's how you get there. It's easy to find. Great staff. Go by and see Lee J and the whole gang. They will take care of you, not just in helping and assisting you in finding the right RV or the right travel trailer, the right motor coach. They got a great selection. They got the 26,000 square feet of indoor showroom, but they'll assist you in getting great financing as well and a great low monthly payment. That's what they do at Crabtree RV. Exit 13 off of I-40. It's Crabtree RV, where your family's dreams come true.
I don't want to call you out on this, Tommy, but when you just said that, had that read and talked about giving the directions, I actually get offended when people try to give me directions somewhere instead of just giving me the address to put in my phone.
People at that particular location would try to turn and go into the Cracker Barrel parking lot thinking you could access Crabtree RV, which you cannot get to their parking lot that way.
Right. No, and I'm not saying like what you said about Crabtree RV is, but I'm saying when
because I've done that. I made that mistake
when someone, for instance, when someone says, "All right, here's the address of where we're going to be," or we're at this restaurant here. Okay, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go down Rogers Avenue, and you're going to drive all the way down there. You're going to take a left. No. Give me the address. I got a phone, an iPhone.
Well,
I put it in. It drives me crazy. And maybe it's because I'm millennial.
That's the millennial way. So if I offended millennials by saying that,
no, I hope
turn left by the Taco Bell, and then let me give it again.
Hey, that would be fine.
I'm here to offend. I'm an equal offender, equal opportunity offender.
Again, I have no problem with that, Tommy. It's when there's like 4 or 5 or 6 different turns that they give you.
Turn left,
and then you
look for the house that's got the big windmill in front.
Yeah.
And when you see that, go 2 more houses and you turn right.
And you're going to see a shed with Rufus painted on the side. I mean, that's what drives me crazy. And maybe it is the millennial that's in me.
No, the true millennial would say, drop me a pin.
Yeah, drop me a pin.
Drop me a pin.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you, Tommy, I am impressed. You know that term.
Shut up.
No, I'm serious. Like, that is
something. Drop you a pin.
No, that's serious. I'm serious. That's pretty impressive for you.
I have, air quotes, dropped a pin before, but it only took me I could have drove there faster than how long it took me to figure out how to share my location.
Now that I do believe.
Yeah,
that makes a little more sense. But either way, maybe it's the millennial in me. I don't know how you guys survived going on road trips with maps.
Now,
what was that about?
How? Because I was in Kansas City last weekend, not this past one, the one before, and different places. We're going to some different gyms and stuff, and you have the. How did we find anything when we traveled and didn't know the lay of the land, didn't know the exits, didn't know, and you had maps and you had to, I remember when I first started, you didn't have it in your phone, and you could, if you had some money, you could buy one of them very expensive primitive Garmin units. You would suction cup to your glass,
and no one ever cleaned the residue from the suction cup on the windshield.
You would go to something like may have been MapQuest back then. I don't know. Navigator,
MapQuest,
and you would print out your.
Yes.
You would print, and that was like high tech when you printed out your instructions rather than a map.
Yeah. Well, because when I was really young, my dad he knew a lot of the major highways because he traveled a lot, so that was helpful. But I do remember we had like a map of each state. It was like a book, a big old book where each page was a different state with all the highways and stuff. But that's one of the things I think about, because obviously with technology and the way it's developed, we're spoiled. But legitimately, I look at it and I'm like, I don't know how anyone, what did you do? How did you find, if somebody said, hey, we're going to be at this restaurant at this time, and you're new to the area or you're not very familiar with it, what did you do? How did you find it? I guess you pulled over to the gas station and asked for directions? I mean, it's just one of those weird things, man. I can't imagine how you did that.
Yeah, my dad owned a convenience store for 20 years, and you'd be in there. People came in all the time looking for the road they were. I mean, the level of stupidity on the actual directions they would ask for. Where's Highway 59? The store was right out there.
Right there.
Right there. Looking for Van Buren. You're in it.
That would be the times it'd probably be pretty frustrating, is when people ask that. Let's go to the phone lines. Mark is in Van Buren. What's going on, Mark? You there, Mark?
Paging Mark.
Did we lose Mark already?
Mark lost his directions.
You don't have his thing on, Tommy.
Do I not?
No. Look.
Oh, that's because that's the wrong deal.
Mark, we're sorry. You're on the air now.
E5 over here.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
We got you.
Pushing the wrong button.
Okay. Hey, just going to make a comment about, as far as getting to Lavaca and everything, everybody knows the old thing down there, hang a ride at the Budweiser can.
That's right.
Or not the Budweiser, the Greenwood, that's one thing you can always say. And
if you go to Lavaca, you better hang a left or you're going to end up in Greenwood, which is not
Lavaca.
I'm
sorry, Greenwood, not Lavaca. I apologize for that. But the comment I wanted to make about being the millennial and everything, I'm 30 years old. I'm classified as millennial too, and I'm kind of like you, Tommy. I'm sitting there and I will tell people, hang a ride at the old red barn that's sitting out in the pasture and everything else. I don't sit there and say you got to hang a ride. I might sometimes use a street, but I'll also reference something too whenever I give directions, saying, hang a ride here at this place. You'll see a old red barn off in the distance. It looks like it's about to fall down.
They're called landmarks,
Yeah, landmarks.
Landmarks. Give me some landmarks.
Yeah. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys taking
don't drop me a pin.
Appreciate it, Mark. Mark's my age, and he's giving directions that way.
That's right.
I wouldn't listen. And this is I'm going to completely make a fool of myself more so. I do it all the time anyways, but I'm going to do it again. I literally don't know where anything is at in the state of Arkansas. Ever.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just like I know how to get on 49. I know 40. Anything off of that,
you need to take 62,
I know 30.
If I told you need to take 62, 412.
No clue.
And head over towards Salem on the other side of Mountain Home.
No clue.
You can't. I know.
I would have to if I didn't have my phone.
How would I ever get you to Gaston's then?
My phone. I'm not.
But what
joking.
would you do if
I'm
your
relying
phone
on
died? What would you do if the battery went dead on your phone?
Use my iPad.
Or you were driving down the road and you spilled your beer on your Coke on your phone.
Yeah.
What would you do then? And your phone quit working. Well, your iPad doesn't, unless you're a hoi polloi. Yours has cellular service on your iPad.
I would pull over and find a Starbucks that has Wi-Fi.
Starbucks,
and then use my iPad.
There's no Starbucks in Flippin'. Son.
Oh, okay.
There's no Starbucks in Flippin'. Or Cotter. Or Bruno. Or Payette. Or any of those places.
No, honestly, if there was a gas station, which I'm hoping there's at least a gas station that's down there in that area.
I'd be a Conoco.
I'd have to pull over and I'd be like, sir, I am sorry, but my phone is dead. I'm a millennial. I am completely dependent on other people and technology, and I have no idea how to get to so-and-so. And here's the thing. When he would tell me, Tommy, I would have to write down every detail.
Right. So I turn at the hay bale and go 3 miles? Yeah, 3 miles.
See,
then I turn at the silo. What's a silo?
I'd get upset if he gave me landmarks, though.
Well,
I would say, no. Give me street names.
He doesn't know them. He just knows it's you turn at the silo.
I'd be lost. I'd be doomed. I would be absolutely doomed.
It's going to be the death of all of us. We're so dependent on technology.
I know. It's just how we were raised, and it's what the age and what we were raised. In fact, like, it's gotten to the point now
Sounds like an excuse.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
so you couldn't read a map if you had to?
I mean, I could. It'd take a while, and I'd really have to study it. It's not like I just open it up.
So 49 and 40 are the only major thoroughfares you really know in this state.
And kind of 30. Yes.
So if you had to drive without technology from here
to Dallas
to Hope.
Oh, yeah, no.
Prescott.
No. I have no idea where those places are at.
Oh, golly. Sad.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just
sad.
Listen, I'm from Fayetteville, man. Like, I never had a reason to go to those places. I know where Rabbit Ridge is at. I can get there.
Sad.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm letting a lot of people down right now, and I really apologize. Really apologize. Let's go to the phone lines. Rod is on I-40. What's going on, Rod?
Good morning, guys. Thought I might clue you all a bit about how to get across the United States without a GPS, cell phone.
Yeah, you do this for a living.
I mean, yeah, I've been doing it for, 38 years.
So how far do you drive? You call in almost every day. So where are you at generally?
Oh, yeah.
Do you drive local or are you coast to coast?
Actually, it depends on my assignment, but right now I just drive within the state of Arkansas. But you can put 500 miles a day on a truck in Arkansas and never leave it, believe it or not. But, yeah, I mean, Memphis, it doesn't matter. West Memphis, North Batesville, whatever.
Is there a worse road in America than the stretch of interstate between Little Rock and Memphis? I think that has got to be the worst stretch of driving known to man.
There's one. Searcy, Arkansas, Interstate 67, northbound. It will beat you into oblivion.
I'm not talking about the condition of the road. I'm just talking about the level of frustration having to drive from Little Rock to Memphis.
Oh, no.
This is why people own planes.
That's pretty much the worst, yeah.
Yeah, that's talking about the congestion and the traffic and the trucks and it is just, you'd rather take a beating than have to drive between Little Rock and Memphis.
Now, if you take the road atlas out and get your map of the whole United States and start in the very, very southwest corner, you'll notice that all the roads that go north to south are odd and east to west are even. And you start with Interstate 1 and go down to Interstate 5 in California, and then you have, your 35s, your 55s, your 65s from east to west, from west to east.
Yeah.
And the east to west, you have 10, 20, 30, 40,
I think I'm learning more than I want.
60 to 70, 90.
Yeah.
And, everything's got a mile marker on it. And that's how we found things when I started out. It was a mile marker on Interstate 30, and you had to know whether that was east or west.
All right. Well, 10-4, good buddy.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, that CBs, I've gotten rid of mine. I don't want to hear on that CB anymore because it's all trash mostly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it really was like that. And out there in the middle of the night in the Continental Divide, you were really alone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was nobody. No phone, no nothing.
Yeah. I think John's more lost now than he was before.
Yeah, thanks for trying, Rod.
Yeah.
But, I'm just going to use my phone.
Which direction do the even number highways run?
Hold on. North and south.
I-40 runs which way?
East and west.
Is that an even number?
Oh, I've got my odds and evens mixed up. Listen, they didn't tell me there's going to be a test about it or anything like that. Good grief. Well, thank you for all, because we're getting tweets and we're getting phone calls on. Thank you for the information. It's one of those things when you really realize how millennial you are.
You're millennially challenged.
Man,
maybe that's a new
dad joke.
Maybe that's a new phrase we need to coin here.
That's such an old man joke right there. But
harder
you know what?
To say though, millennially challenged.
Yeah,
he's millennially challenged, folks.
Too many L's in that one. Yeah. Too many L's. Literally, too many L's. All right, I know we got people calling in. I know we got people tweeting at us. We're gonna get to all those 877-377.
Talk some sports, you idiots.
663 is the number to call in. We'll get to all of those on the Morning Rush coming up next.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
Don't miss the 41st anniversary sale at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale through May 6th. Up to $6,000 off on in-ground pools, $500 down, and 0% financing for up to 60 months with approved credit on hot spring spas. Or save $800 off on Doughboy above-ground pools. It's the 41st anniversary sale through May the 6th at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale, and always online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
This is the Morning Rush.
Doe's Eat Place is the best of the best steakhouse in the River Valley. Award-winning steaks in a great atmosphere is what you will experience every time. Doe's Eat Place offers over 150 selections of wine, including 50 Cabernets, 200 spirits, including 80 whiskeys, bourbons, and scotch, and 75 beers, with 20 different local beers and 50 imported and craft beers. Everything you need for a memorable evening is at Doe's Eat Place, 422 North 3rd in Fort Smith. Open 5 till 9 Monday through Thursday and 5 till 10 Friday and Saturday. Call 784-9111 for reservations.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest Bank. My goal today? Play an epic drum solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have let an expert help me accomplish my goal. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. We can help you rock out buying a new home in no time. Get pre-qualified in person or on your phone. When it comes to your finances, trust the experts. Trust Arvest, Equal Housing Lender. Watch me attempt more goals at arvest.com/experts.
Hey dads, do you have an athlete in your house that is looking to take their skills to the next level? Excel Speed Training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club has the proven results to maximize your athlete's potential. Designed for both male and female athletes of all ages and various sports to improve mobility, endurance, agility, and vertical jump. Take your game to the next level with Excel Speed Training. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. That's Mike at 479-926-0193 at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
Look your best with Perfecto Cleaners at the bottom of Fiena Hills. Count on same-day service, easy drive-through cover drop-off and pickup window, and fast turnaround on alterations. Perfecto Cleaners always goes the extra mile to ensure your clothes look their best, making you look your best. Be sure to clip their coupons in the yellow pages, and as always, in by 9 and out by 5 Monday through Friday. Perfecto Cleaners, just off Jenny Lind at the bottom of Fiena Hills. Perfecto Cleaners, making you look your best.
You're telling me there is a place?
3 places, 2 in Fort Smith, 1 in Van Buren.
That can do everything to my pickup?
And my car. Jody'sAuto.com can do everything, from oil changes and maintenance to repairs. All repairs. They'll even tow it in and then fix it if your truck breaks down on the road. One stop everything.
What about tires?
All the best brands. These people really know tires and have free flat repair and free road hazard. Best prices on tires anywhere. Price match guarantee.
Okay, so what's the catch? I bet they don't do financing, right?
Nope, wrong again. Jody'sAuto.com has the best credit card in the car care industry, and you can apply online.
Jody'sAuto.com voted best of the best for customer service, and a big part of that is convenience. One stop for everything. 3 oil change specials, tires, service, repair, maintenance, towing, and fleets. 3 locations since 1984. Convenience and trust. Jody'sAuto.com.
Elite Roofing is a locally owned roofing contractor. If you're building a new home or maybe need a new roof on your existing home, Elite Roofing can take care of you. Elite Roofing is known for their dependability and reliability. Just ask any of their satisfied customers. They are licensed and insured, and references are available upon request. If you need a roof, call your local roofing contractors. Elite Roofing, 478-8668. That's 478-8668. Elite Roofing, 478-8668.
ESPN 95.3. You can't drink all day unless you start early. This is the Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, they're in Fayetteville. Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas is in Rogers. Either location, you can find Big Dog Mowers that got you covered and able to do the job with an industry-leading 7-year limited warranty. Big Dog will take care of you and at a price you can afford, starting at $23.99 or 0% financing for 48 months and nothing down with your approved credit. Get all the details and also ask about the Big Dog Hero program for those in the military and our first responders, an extra 10% your next mower. All right, stop in and see him. Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas is in Rogers.
It's also the best and the worst of the weekend, which we're going to get into around 8 o'clock this morning. So if you've any of the best things or the worst things that you saw over the weekend. A lot of them are pretty obvious, though, as far as the sports world goes.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure a lot of people are going to talk about the horse racing and the Kentucky Derby, and probably go into that as well. But I also wanted to give a shout-out to Dave Van Horn, who won his 1,000th game in Division I over the weekend.
Yep.
1,000 games.
Yesterday, I guess it was game two, so it was yesterday morning. Yeah. Anytime they get the schedule messed up,
it throws me off.
Or he won it in Saturday's game. No, he didn't win it Saturday. He won it Sunday early afternoon.
Yes. So, but congratulations to Dave Van Horn on that. And it's amazing because, when you put it on the grand scheme of what coaches do in other respective sports, when there's a lot more baseball games, you get there in a lot quicker of a way. But just to clarify, this is D1 games, not as a D2 coach or anything like that. Strictly just D1 games. 1,000 games. Makes you wonder how much longer you think Dave Van Horn coaches. Not saying he's close to retiring or anything, but just given his success, given his age, where he's at, how much longer do you think he'll coach for?
The correct answer is as long as he wants.
Well, yes, of course.
So that's the correct answer. But, I mean, it's like Saban. Everyone's guessing. I think it would be hard for Dave, and just knowing how he's wired and what we know about him over the nearly 20 years we've spent around him.
He's 58
He doesn't want to be
old.
like he doesn't want to be like Mike Martin, who's had a Hall of Fame career at Florida State and not ever won it all. Been to a ton of 8 or 9 College World Series for Florida State, and he's retiring and does not have a national title. I think having a national title would make it easier at some point to make that decision. But Martin stayed there forever, just still chasing. So I think as long as he's chasing that national title, the longer he goes.
Yeah. I'm with you. And also in baseball, too, it seems like you can have coaches that last longer and go into older age and still coaching more so than you do football or even basketball and still are able to perform at high level. And Dave Van Horn doesn't look like he's slowing down at all. I mean, he's 58 years old. So, that's kind of the thing that I'm just, curious about is how much longer is he going to go for? And if you're Arkansas, you're hoping that he keeps going for a long time. But considering where he was at and how long he's gone for now, it's not ending anytime soon for Dave Van Horn, especially because would you say right now though he's at his best as far as his career has gone, as far as success level? This has been the peak, or hopefully it's not the peak, but you see what I'm saying? Like you're hoping that this is right now he's at the best level and at the highest level he's ever been as a coach.
This seems to be the best back-to-back 2-year stretch for sure. I mean, I don't think you could really argue that. Can you think of went to the national championship round of the College World Series last year, and we don't know how this year is going to unfold.
Regular season's gone great.
He has spent more of the regular season inside the top 10 than outside of it on a year where you didn't start like number 1 in the country. So, I'd have to say this 2 to 3 year stretch they've had here, and we don't know what the next month's going to hold, month and a half, but yeah.
Because if you look at his College World Series appearances, they're pretty spread out. I mean, he had one in 2004, then the next one was in 2009.
Right.
Then the next
12.
one was in 2012, and then the next one was in 2015, and then the next one was in 2018. So it's not like he's had back-to-back years.
They're kind of like having a baby, though. The contractions are getting shorter here. We're going 5 years apart to 3 years apart. It could be back-to-back potentially.
Yep, maybe this year's finally the year.
Maybe, And here's the thing. The stays are getting longer.
Yeah.
With the exception of 15, which was kind of a surprise year, they're not 0-2 in barbecue very often at the College World Series under Van Horn.
Yeah, and even at 15 was pretty miraculous that they even made it to that point. But no, fascinating stuff. More of the Morning Rush coming up next. Stay with us, folks.
All right, so what's better than winning a really big jackpot? I don't know. About keeping all of it? Yeah. With the new Taxes Paid instant tickets from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, when you win the top prize, we pay the taxes. I love it. Get a new Taxes Paid ticket today and keep what you win. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline. See Ticketback for full details.
Hello, you've reached Toyota. This is Jan. How can I help?
Hi, Jan. I was wondering why you say that your summer starts at your Toyota dealer.
Well, summer's just around the corner, right?
Yeah, it is.
And with great offers on our big selection of Toyotas now through June 3rd, you can get the reliable Toyota you need to get you to all the events that summer has to offer. Like drive up and visit your mom for Mother's Day.
Oh, son, it's so good to see you. Come here and give your mom a kiss.
Or maybe go snorkeling over Memorial Day weekend. How about see your nephew graduate from college? Or go down to the lake for 4th of July fireworks.
Wow, there's so many places to go, I just don't know which one to pick. You know what? I'm going to do them all.
That's the spirit.
Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Tundra Special Edition. Toyota, let's go places. Visit GSTOffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and N6319.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
The morning show that knows the hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here with a better way to drive at Rath Auto Resources. We're out to break every record in May with the biggest Memorial Day sale ever. It's huge. It's too big for a day. It's huge. Too big for a weekend. It's huge. It's going to take all month to get this done and some of the best incentives ever. We've marked down every vehicle on the lot with discounts up to $3,300 below retail. To save even more, look for the vehicles with the green special stickers on the windshield and get state sales tax paid. If you're keeping the car you have, let our Meineke Car Care Centers take care of it for you with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires, free AC checks, and 10% off all AC work. So visit us today and take advantage of discounts up to $3,300 and state sales tax paid on select inventory during the biggest Memorial Day sale ever. It's huge at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
ESPN 95.3. Mornings suck. Let John and Tommy make them suck less. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Trinity Multifamily.
Yeah, your teammate in the real estate game, expanding in more states and more units. Now over 20,000 units in 15 different states for Trinity Multifamily, an award-winning company that can help you with your property management. No matter the size of your portfolio, whether you have a handful of duplexes or single-family homes, or whether you have a portfolio you've put together that's quite extensive and quite expansive. They can work with you. They can work to scale, so to speak. 479-452-1817. Find out more about this award-winning company that Dave and the crew have put together with just great people and over 400 employees across the country to serve you. That's TrinityMultifamily.com online, an Arkansas company that you're going to love to do business with. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
It's best and the worst of the week, and then Dylan tweets in, he just didn't give a best. He just gave a worst. He said 7-inning doubleheaders are the worst.
Okay.
Because you lost one of them. If you would have won both those games on yesterday, and those 7-inning games against Kentucky,
no one says a word.
Isn't even a thought. Like, are you going into that and just objectively saying, you know what? I don't like this rule. Even if we win both those games, it's dumb. We should change this. No. I'm not saying anything about it. Like, and I understand it though, because from the fan perspective, because again, you're never when it negatively impacts you, those are the only times you come out against it. But in the case of yesterday, and like we've discussed with travel arrangements and weather and how everything's played out and how you need to get with television and all those things, sometimes this is the way to do it, and sometimes it's the only way to do it. So I can understand going with the 7 innings. I don't have an issue with it necessarily, but I am curious to see if there's any adjustments that can be made from the rule committee, from the SEC or whoever, that might be able to make this a little easier for teams.
It'd be an interesting. I'd be interested to see what Dave Van Horn thought about it. Next time we have him on the show, we'll write that question down. How do you feel about the rule on 7-inning games? I mean, we think about playing back-to-back 9. That's a long day of baseball, 2 9-inning games. And then what if you have extra innings in either game? You know, it's not just the players. It's television now, whether you're on the streaming plus or so you got all of those people that work in that environment. It's Phil Elson trying to do 14 innings. Now you're going to maybe make it 18 in one day. It's a long day. All your stadium workers, your parking attendant. I mean, it's just the whole operation has to be considered. No one thinks about the umpires. What if it's a hot 90-plus degree day? You know, all of these things. They're not 20 years old like the players are out there. So, you know, you just have to consider everything from a stadium operations to television to radio to all of it.
Yeah.
When you're thinking about these rules. But I think a lot of it was based in the way teams, probably some still do, and the way every team did at one point was travel, which was commercial air. Arkansas does not do that any longer, but you know, there was a time.
You got to admit, though, there is a sense of like incompletion, though, when you have only 7-inning games in conference play.
I'm of the belief Arkansas was going to run Kentucky out of gas yesterday, and probably would have won had they had 9. But we don't know.
We don't know.
I don't have anything to back that up other than a gut feeling.
Yeah, and if Arkansas would have won or would have lost the 2 games yesterday and would have lost the series, probably be a lot more irate people about it. But
absolutely,
hey, they got the series victory. That's what matters. On to LSU,
and you know, just keep playing. I think I'm of the belief that unless Ole Miss is going to win out, and that's not going to happen because they have to play Mississippi State still, that, you know, Arkansas is going to have a good chance to win the West, and if Arkansas is the Western Division champion, they will either be, as it stands now, either the 3 or 4 seed nationally, I believe.
Yeah. I'm with
you.
No
worse than 5.
No worse, yeah.
No worse.
They're really in great shape.
Hey, get your tax refund money and head over to Southern Tire Mart, Highway 271 and 540. They can take care of you for all of your service needs, including the best in-class service for your automotive needs, like getting an oil change, transmission service, any of that type of stuff, and any repairs you need done. Plus, they sell great tires, including Toyo tires, their best-selling brand that you can get at a great price. And if you need an oil change, like we were mentioning, just $24.95 every day. That's Southern Tire Mart, Highway 271 and 540, or call them at 646-2674.
Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette coming up next. Stay with us.
You know, a night out with friends can be so much more. Upgrade your evening at 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge on the Avenue. Rediscover life's simple pleasures. Dial back, slow down, and immerse yourself in what true relaxation can be. Top shelf wines and liquors, premium beers, world-class cigars, all in an atmosphere that feels less like a lounge and more like a destination. Sample, indulge, escape. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Upgrade your night on the Avenue.
Spring has arrived and it's time to get your golf game in shape. The Golf Nut is your one-stop shop for everything golf. Looking for a new driver or fairway wood? Try out the new Callaway Epic Flash, tailor-made M5 or M6, the new Ping G410, or the Cobra F9. Need shoes? The Golf Nut has a great selection of shoes from FootJoy, Adidas, New Balance, Skechers, and Echo, and the new FootJoy shirts are now back in stock. As always, check Facebook for daily specials. The Golf Nut, 5121 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith's #1 golf shop since 1994.
For 55 years, Dunn Ford Company in Stigler, Oklahoma has been taking pride in the Ford cars and trucks we sell and service. At our Commercial Vehicle Center, we have the full line of Ford F-Series, Super Duty, and Medium Duty trucks. The Quick Lane at Dunn Ford does routine service and tires on all makes and models. Ask for the works, a 5-quart oil and filter change, tire rotation, and multi-point inspection for $39.95 or less. Dunn Ford in Stigler, 918-967-3384 or DunnFordCompany.com.
Guys, are you tired of all the hassles with your CPAP machine? Putting on the mask every night, cleaning or replacing hoses and filters? Tired of taking it on trips and wondering where you're going to plug it in? And don't forget the distilled water. You need a solution. River Valley Sleep Solutions. Replace your CPAP with an innovative custom-fitted mouthguard. Medical insurance is accepted, and financing options are available. Find out more at rivervalleysleep.com. That's rivervalleysleep.com.
ESPN 95.3. Razorback videos, articles, and podcasts. Find them all at hitthatline.com. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into The Morning Rush on a Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
All right, I won't give the directions this time. The turn
Please
by
don't.
turn sets you off
That's
on
for
another
old people.
10-minute deal. Just put Crabtree RV in your phone if you're a
There you
millennial out there. Now, you'll find it. Us older folks with some common sense, we'll figure out how to get there, right? Crabtree RV in Alma, exit 13 off of I-40. It's next door when you're rolling down the interstate to the Cracker Barrel, so you can't miss it there. You'll see a great lineup of motor coaches, fifth wheels, travel trailers, pop-up, something for everyone that they've got there. Plus, inside their 26,000 square feet of indoor showroom, they've got great models to look at where you can shop in comfort, plus all the accessories, hoses, regulators, anything you need, they've got right there to make your camping experience better. Plus, plenty of camping supplies. They even got some of those Razorback camping lights, some of those lights you can hang on your patio or, in this case, your awning that have the little Razorbacks for the light. I got a set of those for our Razorback Christmas tree, but they're perfect for the campsite. Crabtree RV in Alma, exit 13 off of I-40 is where your family's dreams come true.
Let's go to the phone lines and welcome in Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Good morning, Tom. How was the weekend, my man?
It was a fine weekend, man. Hope you guys made it through the storms okay last night.
Yeah, we certainly did. It's a little moist out there, but we're making it either way this morning. But it was a big weekend, especially for Razorback baseball. They get the series victory over Kentucky. Had a little bit of a scheduling maneuver there where they had 2 7-inning games yesterday. Arkansas won game 1, but lost game 2, but still get the series victory. So, Tom, just overall from the weekend, what was some of your biggest takeaways from the performance by the Razorbacks?
Well, if you're feeling a little bit greedy, they could have been up 3 games on everybody if they had been able to come back. I mean, the 7-inning doubleheader games, okay, they blow up in the 6th and the 7th and win 9-1 in game 1 yesterday. But in the second, they really had Zach Thompson, the Kentucky ace, kind of on the ropes. And what a quandary Mangio was in. Mangione was in with Zach Thompson at 103 pitches to enter the top of the 7th. Christian Franklin works him pretty good, but he ends up, I think, striking out. And then Trevor Ezell really works him good and hits the double. And so now he's in the high, he's in the 1-teens in pitches. And they leave him in, and a 4-pitch walk to Casey Martin, and they leave him in, and then Matt Goodhart singles, and then they pull him and bring in a guy with a 5-something ERA, and you're feeling like with Casey Martin at third base, so many different ways to score him from third with 1 out. But Dom Fletcher goes hunting for a changeup on pitch number 1 and hits into a double play. I'm not saying they would have won the game if they had tied it right there, but, if you're getting greedy, you were really close to a sweep right there. Zach Thompson's won some big games against a lot of good teams this year, so they're still in great position, 2 games ahead of Ole Miss and Mississippi State going into the weekend.
Heard Phil Elson making a point in Friday's broadcast, and this was following maybe Casey Martin's inside the park home run, but he was talking about, and I believe at that time it was 14 triples Arkansas has, and no one comes to the plate saying, boy, I want to hit a triple here. Phil was making, I thought, an excellent point. He's either double or a home run or just get on base. No one ever talks about triples, but the point to the conversation was, and the point to the note was, the team speed Arkansas has, that triples are a great way to indicate or measure how quick you are in your lineup with your speed on the base pass. Arkansas has 14, which is a big number. Is this the fastest team, the quickest team Van Horn's ever put together?
It's got to be one of the, and because when you lead it off with a guy like Martin, who I also heard in pregame this weekend, Phil Elson asking Dave about it, and said in straight line speed that he may have had 1 or 2 other guys who were close, but in rounding the bases, he's the fastest because he's just a natural at it. You see, he doesn't take big wide arcs. He uses the base to push off. He's got great acceleration, coming out of the box, the whole package. And he didn't have to slide head first into home, but he did on the turf, and it made for a fun-looking inside the Parker.
Speaking with Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette right now on the Morning Rush. Tom, I want to ask you about 7-inning games because that was kind of the thing that Razorback fans voiced their frustration about, which we still believe they wouldn't have voiced it if they won both of those games. But since they lost the second game of it, people started talking about it and how it seems not only just unfair, but it doesn't feel complete because it's 2 7-inning games in SEC play. What are your thoughts on the SEC and also the coaches wanting to do that type of setup, and do you think it needs to be changed?
No, I don't think it needs to be changed. The rule is that if you got to play a doubleheader on the getaway day, that you play 2 7-inning games. They would have been at that park. Think about that, 2 extra innings for each game, and the last 2 might have been wild with Arkansas batting in game 2, but and they might have gotten a sweep, but that would have extended that day by an hour and a half at least. So I get it on getaway day, and there's been several around the league this year. You don't ever want to lose games, and also what it does when you're talking about thinking of student athletes, it prevents pitchers from being overextended more than it could. Because on the same day, I mean, we've seen Matt Cronin close both ends of a doubleheader against South Carolina. It was a cold day, which worked in his favor last year, but I would not change that right now.
Yeah. Arkansas right now with a 2-game lead in the SEC Western Division, a game behind Vanderbilt for the overall SEC lead right now. Tom, I'm of the belief if you can win 4 of the last 6, because I don't think Ole Miss or Mississippi State will go 6-0 in their final stretch, and Arkansas is the tiebreaker over Mississippi State. If you win 4 of the last 6, you win the West, and I believe the Western Division champion, if it's Arkansas, is either going to be the 3, 4, or at worst the 5 national seed. What is your opinion of Arkansas's track to being a top 8 national seed, and what will be the outcome if they win the West, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think you're locked in there with the top 8. I don't know exactly where, because I don't study where UCLA, Oregon State, and some of these other teams that are in the running for it would be, their strength of schedule, what have you. I'll tell you this. Here's the great thing for Arkansas. Yes, LSU's coming to town this weekend. Yes, LSU's kind of had the hex over them, whatever you want to call it. It's been very difficult for Arkansas to win a series against these guys, even when I think they're a better team. So the good thing is Ole Miss and Mississippi State, their 2 closest pursuers, play each other this weekend. And it's hard to envision a sweep out of that situation. I think the series is in Oxford. So you feel like one of the two is going to win 2 out of 3. If Arkansas wins 1 or 2 of the games against LSU, then you really haven't lost any ground. If they win the series against LSU, you haven't lost any ground. And then A&M, they've got good pitching, but man, their defense. I saw a little bit of their game against whoever they were playing this weekend. They're not playing really good defense. I think it was Mississippi State they were playing, and their hitting is a little bit down. Yeah. So I don't feel bad about Arkansas's chances of going in there and getting another series win. So I think they're in pretty good shape. Got to get Casey Martin swinging at good pitches again. He went 0 for 8 yesterday, but there's enough depth in this lineup that it's hard to picture them going into a bad slump.
Yeah, just a little RPI update. Arkansas actually dropped a spot this weekend to 4th. Mississippi State is now 3rd. Vanderbilt is number 2. And for those that are wondering, LSU coming in to today at least 19th in the RPI. So a lot of SEC at the top with Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, and Arkansas all inside the top 4. UCLA still number 1.
Yeah, and the good thing for Arkansas is they got the sweep over Mississippi State. So if they're close, that's got to mean something in the committee's eyes. I don't know if you want to go to Hoover and not win a game, but I would not want to get overextended in Hoover. The last 2 years they played really deep, and one year maybe the regional at home losing to Missouri State might have hurt them a little with going so deep with your pitching. But then the next year, which was last year, they went deep again, and it didn't seem to hurt them as they went all the way to the final game.
All right, Tom, I got to switch it up with you and ask you about the Kentucky Derby over the weekend because it's been pretty controversial for the most part. Maximum Security led the Kentucky Derby the entire time. Looked like he got the victory, but was disqualified. ended up being given to Country House, who's a 65-1 odds. Just over the week, what did you make of that whole event, that whole series? First time ever in 145 years that you've had a disqualification like this in the Kentucky Derby. Just what was your overall thought on that?
Well, pretty crazy, and it wasn't much of a clip. Now, I have not seen a replay of how bad of a bump it was, but apparently it wasn't too bad. It took them 20 minutes to decide. I don't know if you guys saw this take, but someone tweeted this last night, and I thought it was pretty funny. Said maximum security's bump wasn't excessive. In fact, I would judge it about the 37th most controversial thing to happen in Louisville in sports in the last couple of years. So I think they're digging around at Louisville basketball and maybe even Louisville football.
Yeah, no, I did see that tweet, and yeah, that's pretty phenomenal. And what's sad about it is it's probably very true, considering some of the things that happened over there in Louisville. But it certainly made for an interesting weekend on top of everything else going on. But yeah, so hopefully this doesn't. For the bettors, hopefully it doesn't happen again next year as well. So Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat Gazette, always appreciate you hopping on with us, Tom. Have a great week, man. We'll catch up with you on Thursday. All right.
All right, sounds good. See you.
I appreciate it, man. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. We got to take a commercial break, but before we do, Tommy's going to tell you about Gaston's.
Yeah, Mother's Day weekend just inside a week. So if you haven't made your plans for Mother's Day or where to take mom and the mother-in-law and the grandmas and everybody for for Mother's Day brunch, you need to be thinking about Gaston's, because they're going to have a wonderful brunch that you can enjoy with the whole family. Mom doesn't have to cook one thing, clean up one thing. It just makes it easy. So head to Gaston's, and if you want to spend the weekend there, take the crew, do some fishing. They've still got room for you if you'll call 870-431-5202. They can set you up with a guide for Friday, Saturday, or Mother's Day. Start your day out fishing, take a little break, eat some lunch, come back, finish up the day fishing. They can do that with you on the White River as well, and Mom will absolutely enjoy the view from the cabin, enjoy the view from the boat on the river, and just have a great time. It's a wonderful family getaway when you get to Gaston's. Don't forget, Mother's Day brunch, but reservations are filling up fast. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. Celebrate Mom at Gaston's. 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
You're in the middle of Hot Take Monday, presented by Crabtree RV.
At Mosquito Joe, we often hear customers say, aren't we just fighting a losing battle? We live in the woods, or we live by a pond, or we live on the river. Mosquito Joe won't be able to help me. Well, with Mosquito Joe, outside truly is fun again. Mosquito Joe's seen properties of all shapes and sizes, and we love a challenge. We have a satisfaction guarantee, and there's no contracts. Mention that you heard us on ESPN and get your first service for $39. Call us at 479-202-9960 or visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
Supercuts welcomes you. Our friendly professional stylists are always ready to serve you with a warm smile and finish your cut with an amazing hot towel refresher every time. Take advantage of our weekly sales, such as $1 shampoos with a haircut on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's right, $1 shampoos on every Tuesday and Wednesday. And 10 to 20% off color sale with $5 hair conditioning treatments every Thursday. And there is much, much more. Supercuts conveniently serves its community 7 days a week. Supercuts, clean, sharp, ready.
If you take great pride in your lawn, it's time to come by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville and check out our full line of Hustler zero-turn lawnmowers. Zero-turn mowers from Hustler will give you the perfectly manicured cut you want. With power, strength, and speed, you can quickly maneuver around any obstacle with ease. And with payments starting as low as $54 a month, you can have that perfect lawn without breaking the bank. So come by Williams Tractor in Fayetteville today or see us online at williamstractor.com to check out our full line of Hustler mowers. Williams Tractor is here to get you ready for spring.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
This is the Morning Rush.
All
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
It's Truck Month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Save up to $15,000 off on a new GMC Sierra. Remaining 2018 Sierra trucks. Save up to $15,000 off. Or see the all-new 2019 GMC Sierra with a redesigned body style and a tailgate that's for work or play. Take $12,000 off. Or choose 0% for 72 months. It's Truck Month. Save up to $15,000 off on a new Sierra at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
With over 40 years combined experience, the team at the law offices of Craig L. Cook understand the definition of work. Real work. Working for you. Whether you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help navigating bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook, with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Let's see. Search for tire shops in my area.
Y'all need some help? I'm the tire guy.
Who are you and why are you in my living room?
You need to be more worried about taking care of your old tires. Head on over to Southern Tire Mart. We get you rolling with your new Toyota. The best-selling tires in Fort Smith. Be sure to take advantage of our $24.95 oil change and our free multi-point vehicle inspection.
I only have one more question, tire guy.
All right.
Why is there a mariachi band in my living room as well? Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 at exit 14 in Fort Smith, your #1 tire and service store.
Are you looking for a new place to call home? Whether you're looking for an apartment, duplex, townhome, or a house, Trinity Multifamily has you covered. They even have options in surrounding states, from Texas to Michigan and Kansas to Tennessee. If you're looking for a new place to call home, make Trinity Multifamily your first call at 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you.
Look your best with Perfecto Cleaners at the bottom of Fiena Hills. Count on same-day service, easy drive-through cover drop-off and pickup window, and fast turnaround on alterations. Perfecto Cleaners always goes the extra mile to ensure your clothes look their best, making you look your best. Be sure to clip their coupons in the yellow pages, and as always, in by 9 and out by 5 Monday through Friday. Perfecto Cleaners, just off Jenny Lind at the bottom of Fiena Hills. Perfecto Cleaners, making you look your best.
ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It's time for your Hog Update presented by Ozark Sportsman Supply.
Now, Smith & Wesson Days later this week on the 10th and the 11th, so you don't want to miss this coming up at Ozark Sportsman Supply. And your chance to win a free Smith & Wesson 380 EZ. You don't, these things are awesome, and all you got to do is stop by, check it out. Here's the deal. It's the Smith & Wesson Card Shot Challenge. And you go in, Philip and the crew get you set up. Every shooter gets 5 rounds of ammo, and that's 5 chances to hit a playing card from 5 yards away. So if you think you're a straight shooter, you can get not just 5, but 6 chances. You get a free entry just for showing up and participating during Smith & Wesson Days at Ozark Sportsman Supply. You're not only going to get a chance to win in this Card Shot Challenge, but they're also going to have $50 off on the Smith & Wesson Shield 380 EZ. The Sport 2 is also $50 off, and all other new Smith & Wessons in stock are $30 off as well. So if you think you're a straight shooter, head by later this week on the 10th and the 11th for a Smith & Wesson Days at Ozark Sportsman Supply, Highway 412 on 412 West, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown.
So your Hog Update, Razorback Baseball gets the series victory, winning 2 out of 3 against Kentucky in Lexington. LSU and Baum Stadium upcoming this weekend. I kind of separate the men from the boys in this one. Hopefully Arkansas can finally get that series victory over the LSU Tigers. Have not had one since 2011.
They're due a sweep over these guys. It's as nasty as this series has been to the Razorbacks and to Dave Van Horn here since 2011. They're due to not just win the series but break it out. But again, win 2 this weekend, win 2 at A&M, and I believe that's enough to get you into the Western Division Championship. one of these two teams, and I guess you're rooting for Mississippi State to go 2 of 3 against Ole Miss is what you really want, because you got the tiebreaker over the Bulldogs.
But not over Ole Miss.
But not over Ole Miss. So you want Ole Miss to kind of get knocked down. So you need Mississippi State to win 2 of 3. You don't want Mississippi State to sweep Ole Miss this weekend either.
Not that you're asking for too much. Just 2 of 3. Don't sweep, though. Don't win 1, win 2.
Right.
You got to
win 2.
You got to get right there into the middle of it. And also with the update with the rankings, Baseball America and D1Baseball.com, which are kind of the two big outlets for college baseball, both have the Razorbacks at 4th in the country. And you mentioned, Tommy, their RPI is now also at 4, right?
Yeah, slipped 1 spot to 4.
Yeah.
Down the charts to number 4.
Yeah.
Mississippi State, with their weekend over A&M, has moved up to number 3. So right now, UCLA 1, Vanderbilt 2, Mississippi State 3, Arkansas 4. Georgia's like at 6.
Yeah.
So they had a comeback weekend. So
essentially, you're 4s across the board when it comes to the two major ranking outlets and also the RPI.
And listen, with the way Georgia now may be the team that's on the outside, and some of these Pac-12 teams have slid down now. UCLA, as we said, still at 1, but SEC is at 2, 3, 4, 6, and 10. So. Was that 5 teams? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 of the top 10 in the RPI are SEC schools.
Not
Tennessee
bad.
is now at 10.
Not bad at all. Man, this conference
in the Pac-12, who once kind of also ruled the roost near the top, they've only got 1 team, and that's UCLA at number 1. The ACC showing out again like they always do. And the AAC, that East Carolina team's just still kind of hanging around. You wonder how many other AAC schools you could play and keep your RPI up. But they stay steady at 5th.
Yeah.
Louisville and Vanderbilt, by the way, it's a midweek game, but they play each other this week. That's going to be an interesting
top 5 matchup.
Watch, because you got in the RPI 7 versus 1, or 7 versus 2 rather.
Yeah. Yeah, so it should make it's going to be interesting here the next few weeks, seeing how it's going to play out in the SEC.
I just like following this, because it's kind of like the old days when Bobby Petrino was here and you actually wanted to watch the BCS selection show because it's interesting. RPI is just more interesting to me
because you're in it.
Year because you're in it, but also you kind of get a feel of who some of the teams you might be playing down the road in like a super regional. You see a Texas Tech hanging out at 9. You see a Louisville at 7. Odds are you're not going to play an SEC school, although there's no guarantee past regionals. But it will be interesting because there's going to be some SEC versus SEC likely in super regionals just because you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
It's going to be so many teams in.
Yeah. And
certainly the potential for that to happen is there.
And odds are this regional will just be filled with the old classic Missouri State and Oral Roberts or Tulsa or something like that.
Yeah, but they're going to bring one of these, other teams that you see that's, I don't know. You don't want Oregon State in here, although that would be interesting. But, you look at some of these other teams that are between 16 and 30 right now. And who would fit? Creighton would be one that would fit in here.
Yeah.
So
I'd want Oregon
Illinois.
State to make it to the World Series and face them off again, just like last year.
Dallas Baptist would be another one I could see sliding into Fayetteville.
It's just funny.
As a 2 seed.
All those small little schools, man. We always count on them to be good in baseball.
Don't play the name game. Yeah. There is no real mid-major in baseball. They got 2 good pitchers, they can beat you.
Yeah, there's no such thing. So I know we got some phone calls. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. Titus, stay on the line, man. We'll get to you here in about 2 minutes on The Morning Rush. Stay with us. Your number one Arkansas fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
Auto Park in Fort Smith combines over 90 years of family-owned experience with the best sales and service teams around. And at Orr Auto Park, every new vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty, free maintenance for 2 years, and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. The largest selection, the biggest discounts, and the best buying experience around. These are some of the reasons why you always score more with Orr Auto Park in Fort Smith. Stop in today, or they are always open online 24/7 at OrAutoPark.com.
Where can you get award-winning Memphis-style barbecue in Fort Smith? Whole Hog Cafe on Burrow Road across from Cisterna Plaza off 71 South. Feast on world champion barbecue with their famous potato salad and smoky sweet baked beans while watching sports on the big screen. Plan your business meeting in the banquet room that seats 40. If it's a morning meeting, the coffee is on them. And they cater any event, large or small, and provide servers if you want. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner and a convenient drive-thru for takeout orders. The new location on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith is coming soon.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Chance of showers and scattered thunderstorms north today. Our high temperatures in the upper 70s. Further south to sunshine. Our high just over 80. We should see any wet or stormy weather winding down later tonight. An overnight low will drop down into the low 60s. And then isolated showers and storms across the area for Tuesday. Our high in the low 80s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Weather is brought to you by Hertz Car Sales, 2810 Midland Boulevard in Fort Smith. You can call them today at 783-1722 or check them out online at buyfromhertz.com.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith. From the Bush and Bushlight Studios, this is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is The Morning Rush.
Maximum security. Country House 1-2 down to the line. Maximum security wins the Kentucky Derby.
Nope. So for the first time in the history of the Kentucky Derby, the horse that crossed the line first has been disqualified after the objection. Country House wins the Kentucky Derby.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson in studio with you today. And thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Hot Take Monday presented by Crabtree RV.
And plenty to have hot takes about here on a Monday. Crabtree RV, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. Up to $15,000 off on fifth wheels. Up to $10,000 off on travel trailers right now. Your chance to still save big as they've extended RV show pricing, but it's not going to last much longer. Check it all out. Crabtree RV in Alma, exit 13 off of I-40. It's where your family's dreams come true.
Let's go to the phone lines. Titus is in Witcherville, which I've learned about. Where is that? Thank you,
Down
Tommy.
by Mansfield.
Yeah, it's down there.
On your way to Waldron.
Had to look it up, and that's all right. How you doing, Titus?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys doing this morning?
Hey, we're doing awesome, man. We're doing awesome.
Cool. Yeah, he was laughing on the phone about Witcherville. Yeah, it's just sort of a village, I guess. Something like that.
Still counts.
Well,
you got the park there.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what else is in
Yeah.
Witcherville. Yeah. Not much, though. You're right.
Yeah.
So where you cut through, if you want to
thing.
bypass Mansfield, you can cut through there at Witcherville on the little road. So.
They've actually fixed up that park really, really good in the last few years. It's pretty nice. Anyhow, I was calling about. So I had $10 on maximum security, and me and my wife were watching the races most of the afternoon and all that. And at the last race, I was so excited and jumping around in my underwear and just going crazy, right? And then that happened, and it was just sort of like, are you freaking kidding me? And and then this morning, though, I got an email from twinspires.com where they do all their betting and all that, and they said they were going to give me a full refund.
For the money that you bet on maximum security.
So like $10, but they said with the stipulation that if I bet at least that much on the next race. So I don't know, maybe I will. So
that's smart of them.
Pretty interesting. Yeah, and I actually I thought it was interesting. I got on Facebook on the Kentucky Derby page last night, and there was 10,000 plus comments, and about 99% of them were just, I was laughing. They were just sort of ridiculously negative. And I told them, I commented on there and said, Kentucky Derby guys, maybe pay attention, because, if this is the representation of your millions of people base, it's not looking good. You're going to lose half your base. So
let me throw this out here real quick. So obviously people were emotional because they had a financial interest in the outcome of what the stewards decided, right? So probably out of those 10,000 comments, I would say the vast majority, it cost them some money. Would you say that's probably fair?
Probably so.
And I think it's fair to say that when we have a financial interest in the outcome of an athletic event, of competition, we get more emotionally invested. So we see this with the Kentucky Derby this year, but now that we have sports gambling being legalized across the country, are people's emotions going to heighten? And are we going to see more people having fiercer responses to the outcomes of games and critical decisions at the end of the games and replay and stuff of this nature in a football or a basketball game, because sports wagering is getting ready to really set like wildfire across our country because more and more states are making it easier and more accessible and legal. And I think the answer's got to be yes, that we're all going to be more upset about controversial endings because more of us are going to have a financial interest in the outcome of the games in the future.
I think that's definitely true. That's a really good point to be made. Now, probably most of those people on there, or all of them, had wagers in it. I've seen some comments that said that, and some that were just upset. And but I think that's definitely a true point. And another thing was there was a guy here or there, and I don't know if it was funny because there would be a guy here or there on there say, "Oh, you guys are just babies and blah blah blah. They made the right call." And then I'd click on that person's page, and they like work in Louisville for who knows who, and works with the Kentucky Derby. I don't know, but it's like you're an idiot. But anyhow, they. I was going to say something I forgot. Oh, he was saying, one guy on there said that all the people crying on here aren't even regular horse racing fans. They're just people who watch it every now and then. And that's probably true. But if that's Kentucky Derby's half their base, that's half their money.
I mean, if more than that, yeah. So, because there's a lot of people. So, and thanks for the call, Titus.
Appreciate it, man.
There's a ton of people that this is the one and only horse race they will watch or wager on all year.
Mm-hmm.
It's
the only one I've watched. Right. As far as I know, I went to Oaklawn and stuff, but
there's no interest in a Triple Crown winner at all because no one believes for a second that Country House is going to win the Triple Crown or is that quality of a horse. But Maximum Security, now you said earlier the ownership has already announced that they are not going to run in the Preakness or the Belmont.
Just says Preakness.
Just says Preakness. Yeah. Okay, and I made a comment on Twitter that here's what's going to happen: Maximum Security is going to win the Preakness and the Belmont and be the most talked about non-Triple Crown winner ever.
It's true. It's true.
So I mean, in a lot of people's minds, and as far as bloodlines and as far as breeding rights and all these other things that are way beyond my knowledge, but mean a ton of money. I mean, that's where the real money's made. It's not. It is not necessarily on the track where you do. It's $1.8 million or whatever. This weekend, but the real money is made in the breeding rights, and that's what they want to protect at this point.
Oh yeah,
because anyone that understands what happened knows that horse has the right stuff to sire some future champions.
No, 100%. And when you brought up the fact of how people were upset just because now it's hit, because it's one thing to be a fan. Like we see Razorback fans get irate when something doesn't go their way, when they feel like there's a controversial call. I mean, people talk about like that 2009 Florida game. Still resonates with people. But that's bad. But it's a whole nother thing when it starts affecting people's pockets and their wallets.
That's the point I was making with Titus is as we get more and more legalized with sports wagering, I think it's great for this show.
Yes, it is.
It's great for our industry because more people are going to call in here hacked off, PO'd. Yeah, and I don't know what it's going to do as far as atmospheres around events, as far as if people get carried away in the stands or leaving a stadium and do things that are stupid. That could be a possibility. But I'm just telling you, when it costs you money when something like that happens, the emotional reaction is far more genuine, far more heightened. And I think we're going to see it not just in what we saw Saturday in horse racing. We're going to see it in college football, pro football, all kinds of events now that it's going to be so easy to just go put 100 down on it.
No, I'm with you on that one. Let's go back to the phone lines. Robert's in Fort Smith. Want to talk about the horse race. What's going on, Robert?
Oh, yeah. Here, a few weeks ago, Mr. Mason and all y'all thought I was so weird when I brought up about the TV, but now this is the hottest thing, so we're going to talk about it. But anyway, the question is, does the $3 million purse, does it sit until this controversy is over, or does the owner of the horse, does he get that, has to pay it back if it gets overturned? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, I don't think there is going to be any more.
Well, I thought that the trainer, though, for Maximum Security is going to try to file an appeal for it. I don't know what all goes into that and what it means.
But I mean, it's fine. There was people. This will end up in court. We've seen a high reluctance of courts. Or I mean, how often do you see these appeals change the outcome? And now what are they going to do? Oh, hey, I know you cashed that ticket down there where you got your money, because this is pari-mutuel wagering.
Oh yeah,
Churchill and the other places like Oaklawn where they take their cut, and then it's your money against my money. We're not betting against the house here. So there's no way to go and fix this and then get all the bets right, too. That money's been paid out.
Mm-hmm.
See you later. So listen, they're not – this toothpaste is out of the tube and is not coming back.
It's over. It's done. Over. Congratulations.
Now, this isn't a deal. Now, Oaklawn had a controversy, it's been probably close to 20 years ago now, where there was a horse that won the Arkansas Derby that it was discovered later on had cheated by using an electronic stimulator, a buzzer on the horse to make it run faster. It's hitting it with shock, with voltage, and which is obviously just cheating. And later on, I don't know how they settled the bets after the fact, but they disqualify that horse. They probably did nothing with the tickets. Disqualified the horse, took the money back, banned the jockey, the trainer. I mean, everybody got in trouble, big time trouble. But that was like blatant cheating.
Yeah.
And Oaklawn stepped up and they made, they brought the hammer down.
Yeah. I don't think there was any cheating involved.
No, this was just an official's decision.
Yeah.
So we have seen big, high-profile races where the outcome has been changed after the finish line, and not just a photo finish kind of deal, but this one's not going back where they're going to reinstate Maximum Security as Kentucky Derby champion.
No, not at all. Country House is your Kentucky Derby champion,
but it's
over.
Wouldn't that stink if they did? Well, no, we're going to change our decision now after an appeal. But even if you had that ticket, too bad.
It's just going to make things worse. It's going to make people more upset. And so just leave it as it is. Just stick with it. That's what would be the best course of action from here on out. But yeah, man, so much controversy in the Kentucky Derby. Feel bad for all those who bet on Maximum Security, but hey, feel great for those who bet on Country House. Great odds that you got there too. So
65-1,
not bad. I'll call that a long shot, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'd say so.
Definition of
yeah, I'd say so. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. The Morning Rush brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas.
Hey, last day to cash in big on the 41st anniversary sale going on at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. $6,000 off on in-ground pools. $500 off, or pardon me, $500 down, 0% financing on hot spring spas, and you can get that financing for 60 months with approved credit, and take $800 off a full Doughboy above-ground pool package. Today's the last day. It all ends during their 41st anniversary sale going on at Burton Pools and Spas. 0 Street in Fort Smith, just off I-49 at the 412 exit in Springdale, and always online at burtonpools.com. Hey, still time to be swimming this summer in your own backyard. Head to Burton Pools and Spas for their 41st anniversary sale.
The voice of Razorback fans across Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
Don't miss the 41st anniversary sale at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale through May 6th. Up to $6,000 off on in-ground pools, $500 down, and 0% financing for up to 60 months with approved credit on hot spring spas. Or save $800 off on Doughboy above-ground pools. It's the 41st anniversary sale through May the 6th at Burton Pools and Spas in Fort Smith and in Springdale, and always online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
Introducing McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu with breakfast favorites for $1, $2, or $3. Like the Sausage McGriddles, small McCafe espresso drinks, the Sausage McMuffin with egg, and...
a new gaming console for my son.
No, but the $1, $2, $3 menu could help you save for one. Wait, isn't your son 5 months old?
Who told you?
I just know these things.
Oh.
Build whatever meal you want with favorites on McDonald's new $1, $2, $3 menu. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
This is the Morning Rush.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. Okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... Okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
What does that mean?
It means they are the best of the best.
Okay.
It means that Jody'sAuto.com was voted by the people that deal with them.
Their customers.
As best at first getting the car in one of their 3 shops quickly, finding out what was wrong with it, fixing it right the first time, and charging the customers a fair price for the repairs.
Getting it in, getting it out quickly at a fair price. Huh.
Real simple. Jody'sAuto.com. Best of the best.
Jody'sAuto.com. One stop for the best tire brands at the best prices, price match guarantee, and these folks know tires. 3 oil change specials. One stop for all services, all repairs, all maintenance, towing, and fleets. 3 locations, 2 in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren. When you have made up your mind to live by 3 words, do what's right, being voted by your customers best of the best is quite an honor. Convenience and trust since 1984. Jody'sAuto.com, best of the best.
Elite Roofing is a locally owned roofing contractor. If you're building a new home or maybe need a new roof on your existing home, Elite Roofing can take care of you. Elite Roofing is known for their dependability and reliability. Just ask any of their satisfied customers. They are licensed and insured, and references are available upon request. If you need a roof, call your local roofing contractors. Elite Roofing, 478-8668. That's 478-8668. Elite Roofing, 478-8668.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about. A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Spring is in the air, and spring fishing season is here. And Jelco Outdoors has the fishing gear you need to hook the big wall hanger this spring. Rods, reels, baits, tackle, fishing clothing, and rain suits, plus fishing kayaks. Jelco has it all for you. The best quality name brands at fair prices. Jelco Outdoors, your spring fishing headquarters in the River Valley. Shop local. Shop Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
ESPN 95.3.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. It is time for your SEC update presented by Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
Yeah, make mama safe again. That's the promotion going on all this week at Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear. Your chance to win a great grand prize for mom now through Mother's Day.
You shop at the Ozarks and you get a chance to win not one, but two great, incredible prize packages. A Smith & Wesson 380 Easy pistol, a concealed carry purse, and a 6-month range membership. That's a $675 value as the grand prize. Second place gets a $100 Ozark Outpost clothing and footwear gift card. Easy to enter. Just like Ozark Outpost clothing and footwear or Ozark Sportsman Supply on Facebook. Tag 3 of your buddies in it and do that in the original post. You get an entry. You can also earn entries for every purchase. Every purchase you make earns you one entry, and then every $75 additional you spend gets you an extra entry as well. Just head on over to Ozark Outpost Clothing and Footwear and find out more about the Make Mama Safe Again promotion. It's now through Mother's Day at the Ozarks on 412 West, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown.
I want to give you an update on the SEC standings in college baseball. The SEC West, Arkansas still on top at 17-7. Mississippi State and Ole Miss tied for second, both at 15-9. LSU 14-10. A&M 12-11-1. God, gotta love those ties. Auburn at 12-12 and Alabama at 6-18. And in the SEC East, you have Vanderbilt on top, not only of the East but of the conference as of right now. They're sitting at 18-6. Georgia's at 16-8. Missouri at 12-11-1. Tennessee has fallen off, 10-14 in SEC play. Florida's 9-15. Kentucky 6-18, and South Carolina 5-19. Florida and South Carolina, those are very historic baseball programs. What about College World Series winning programs? Having an off year for them so far this year. But either way, there's your SEC standings. And, something else that I want to get it into, and we may really dive into this tomorrow because we could spend many segments on this topic, but a former NFL executive, Michael Lombardi, which, you have that name in the band.
Right.
He's probably
see that name.
You're going to really listen to what he has to say. But he's worked in the front offices of the 49ers and Browns and Eagles and Raiders and Patriots. So, he's got a lot of experience. But one of the things that he said over the weekend is he was talking about Jarrett Stidham, who was the quarterback at Auburn. We know that he had a lot of expectations coming in, transfer from Baylor, and then he was drafted by the Patriots late in the NFL draft. And he made a comment saying that Jarrett Stidham going to Auburn, playing for Gus Malzahn, hurt his NFL draft status.
Saw this that that offense does not develop quarterbacks that the NFL are looking for. Now, my first thought was, well, who is Chad Morris trying to pattern a lot of what he does after? Big Gus Malzahn, right?
Yeah.
We know that there's an obvious tie, friendship, and some parallel philosophies when it comes to offense. And I'm like, well, that's not good for Arkansas. That's not good at all. And then you stop and you think, well, is it your job to, yes, you want to get your quarterbacks there, but it's B, ultimately about winning college football games, not ultimately about getting quarterbacks drafted. But in order to get the best quarterback talent here, you got to prove the ability to get them drafted. So it's a two-edged sword there. But that was a little bit of a concerning comment to me, if it holds a lot of water, because Arkansas and Auburn ultimately are kind of doing a lot of the same stuff offensively, or at least that's the way it's been described. Now, I don't think we've fully seen Chad Morris's offense, but we know that there is a lot of this smash mouth spread stuff that Malzahn's been running that they're trying to get done here at Arkansas.
And I'll tell you right now, folks, that if this type of talk starts to get out more and more and more of, hey, they can't get this type of offense doesn't get guys in the NFL, then that makes its way into recruiting, where if you got teams going up and saying, hey, this offense that Chad Morris or Malzahn, whoever's trying to run, they don't develop quarterbacks going to the NFL. So if you want to go to the NFL, you need to come to my school.
But it's a little bit, guys like Tua that we're seeing, guys like Kyler Murray, who just had a tremendous career, Baker Mayfield, they're starting to change the way offenses are being designed, though, in the NFL. So will the offensive philosophies evolve a little bit in the NFL? I think if you're a talented quarterback like those three guys I just mentioned, two Heisman Trophy winners and a guy that's, maybe should have won it last year and going to be a good contender for it this year, it will be interesting to see. I think teams are always going to be interested in your services just because you have that talent.
Yeah. I know.
Kyler Murray was taken number one.
I agree.
By a franchise that just took a quarterback.
But the biggest difference is that Auburn is not a team that passes the ball. They're not pass heavy. They are
but
run
a lot
heavy.
Of that RPO stuff and a lot of that
right.
stuff. Now, those other three threw it a little bit more.
A lot more.
I think the problem in Auburn has been they just hadn't had a quarterback that had any arm strength or accuracy.
And who's that on?
Well, that's recruiting.
Yeah, you got to recruit the right guy.
I don't know.
Well, I want to talk about that tomorrow because I think there's a lot of different ways that we can really dive into it. So we'll get into that tomorrow on the show. 877-377-6963. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Hello, you've reached Toyota. This is Jan. How can I help?
Hi, Jan. I was wondering why you say that your summer starts at your Toyota dealer.
Well, summer's just around the corner, right?
Yeah, it is.
And with great offers on our big selection of Toyotas now through June 3rd, you can get the reliable Toyota you need to get you to all the events that summer has to offer. Like drive up and visit your mom for Mother's Day.
Oh, son, it's so good to see you. Come here and give your mom a kiss.
Or maybe go snorkeling over Memorial Day weekend. How about see your nephew graduate from college? Or go down to the lake for 4th of July fireworks.
Wow, there's so many places to go, I just don't know which one to pick. You know what? I'm going to do them all.
That's the spirit.
Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Tundra Special Edition. Toyota, let's go places. Visit GSTOffers.com for details. Offers available in select states and N6-319.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
We are celebrating 50 years at Razorback Camper Sales, and it's spring camping season. All remaining 2018 travel trailers, fifth wheels, and pop-ups are at rock-bottom prices. Or check out the 2019 Salem Bunkhouse 17-foot travel trailer with outside kitchen, power awnings. It sleeps 6, only $13,990 or $143 a month. Thank you for 50 great years at Razorback Camper Sales. Exit 1 off of the bypass in Hot Springs or online at razorbackcampersales.com.
The morning show that knows the Hogs. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here with a better way to drive at Rath Auto Resources. We're out to break every record in May with the biggest Memorial Day sale ever. It's huge. It's too big for a day. It's huge. Too big for a weekend. It's huge. It's going to take all month to get this done and some of the best incentives ever. We've marked down every vehicle on the lot with discounts up to $3,300 below retail. To save even more, look for the vehicles with the green special stickers on the windshield and get state sales tax paid. If you're keeping the car you have, let our Meineke Car Care Centers take care of it for you with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires, free AC checks, and 10% off all AC work. So visit us today and take advantage of discounts up to $3,300 and state sales tax paid on select inventory during the biggest Memorial Day sale ever. It's huge at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online, rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
ESPN 95.3. Who needs coffee in the morning when you have John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft? This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into The Morning Rush. I hope everyone had a wonderful Cinco de Drinko holiday.
We started ours off at Joe's on Friday.
That's right. Got some dollar tacos there?
Dollar tacos on Friday, part of their Cinco de Mayo weekend, and had some great drink specials. Hey, if you're looking for a great place, it's been a while since I'd been into Joe's. I wanted to check it out. We've been talking about it, a big weekend. It's just a really great atmosphere. They got the 2 patios that you can hang out in, and the food was awesome.
Plenty of TVs.
The chips are thin and crispy.
The way you want them.
Salsa was good. Hey, it's Monday, and it's endless enchiladas at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Your choice of cheese, beef, chicken, or pork enchiladas with rice and brown or black beans. Your choice, just $9 today. It's their Monday special every day. And house margaritas and swirls are just $2 each. Don't forget Taco Tuesday tomorrow, but get by today for endless enchiladas. This is a Ty Richardson kind of deal right here. All the enchiladas you can stand for $9. Endless enchiladas. Cheese, beef, chicken, or pork today at Joe's Grill and Cantina. 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps. You'll have a great time there. TVs everywhere. We were watching some of the horse racing on Friday. And, anytime there's a Razorback game on, so this Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, they have half-price apps and taps. So you can always get that during when the Hogs are on the screen.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can't go wrong.
And they have the streaming thing, too. So even when it's like this weekend, it's on Network Plus. No problem for them. They get like the Fire Stick or Roku or whatever.
Yeah, so still a great place to go and watch any of the Razorback games. But, you mentioned the Ty special. Are you feeling okay today, Ty? I know that last Friday was a little dicey for you.
I'm feeling better.
Okay, good.
Revitalized.
He quit working out, now he feels better.
I mean, he's talking about blurry vision, and he couldn't even see. Ty was in bad shape last Friday, so
we're going to have to call an ambulance.
I'm glad he recovered and made it in time. And also, how was Comic-Con?
Comic-Con was interesting.
Now, you lost a bet? Is this your fantasy league bet?
Yeah.
So what did you have to do that was embarrassing?
Dress up as Harley Quinn.
Did you actually do that and fulfill your obligation?
I did. Yep. Stay true to my word.
Is there pictures of this?
There is pictures.
Is there video?
There's no video.
Oh.
There's no point of
You
video.
didn't Periscope it or anything walking around?
No.
Oh. It seemed like a lost opportunity.
Have we retweeted this from the Hit That Line AR account?
I guess we can now, real quick. I want to check this out. So
it's not great.
Well,
the single most embarrassing thing I've ever done, and that's saying something.
No, I've heard some of your show.
No, this was rough.
Oh, good God, Ty! What's going on here? Okay, I'm retweeting this.
I gotta see this.
Ew, I mean that's bad, man.
It's not great.
All right, Hit That Line AR to see Ty Richardson in one of his worst moments ever.
Dressed up as that.
Not great.
Gosh.
Dressed up as
Harley Quinn.
Ooh.
All right. No, and it was Margot Robbie's version of Harley Quinn, right?
Well, they didn't have that costume, but I just got a Harley Quinn costume. Had to pay $70 for it, and then $60 for the Comic-Con ticket.
Tommy, have you ever dressed up in a costume when it wasn't Halloween?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I didn't know if there was going to be some stipulation to that comment, but
nothing I'd admit to.
I was trying to think of it. I can't remember a time where I dressed up for any time other than Halloween. So hopefully, well, here's the thing: I'll never make a bet to where I'll have to dress up as anything for Comic-Con. So, but
I didn't think I was going to lose.
You never think you're going to lose.
We had to wax. This one dude lost, and we got to wax his legs, and we were not kind to his legs.
Oh, I'd almost rather have that.
These punishments are pretty severe.
Good grief! Well, I don't want any part of that fantasy league. I'll do just fine doing it for funsies and no money. So, but glad you're better, and glad your pride is still somewhat intact.
Appreciate it.
And glad you're not still in costume.
Yes,
this morning for the show.
Thank God.
Yeah. Hey, spring into color at the Paint Store in Van Buren. Your favorite choice for inspiration in choosing the most vibrant colors is with Richards Paints from the Paint Store in Van Buren. These spring days means it's time to get out there for all those renovations and all those things you want done, and the Paint Store can help you with that. So be sure and check it out. Sue and Vicky, so glad to take care of you. 1414 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren, or call them at 474-4505, and they love special orders. They can help take care of that as well. It's the Paint Store in Van Buren.
Best and worst of the weekend coming up next on the Morning Rush.
Park in Fort Smith combines over 90 years of family-owned experience with the best sales and service teams around. And at Orr Auto Park, every new vehicle comes with a lifetime engine warranty, free maintenance for 2 years, and free car washes for the life of the vehicle. The largest selection, the biggest discounts, and the best buying experience around. These are some of the reasons why you always score more with Orr Auto Park in Fort Smith. Stop in today, or they are always open online 24/7 at OrAutoPark.com.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them at 479-997-2366 or log on to BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Spring into color at the Paint Store in Van Buren. Your favorite choice for inspiration in choosing those vibrant colors from Richards Paints to finish your warm weather renovations. The Paint Store in Van Buren is contractor friendly and special orders don't upset them. Sue and Vicky, with over 30 years of experience, welcome all your painting questions and will help you feel confident in your choices of Richards Paints. The paint store is at 1414 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren. Come and see them or check them out on Facebook today.
Arts is more than barbecue and burgers. As a matter of fact, Arts has some of the best fried shrimp, grilled tilapia, and salmon you will find. And don't forget the catfish at Arts. Full-size meaty fillets, fried crispy golden brown, with hush puppies and all the fixins. And every Friday is Catfish Friday, featuring their catfish special at lunch and the all-you-can-eat Friday night special. Arts, more than just great barbecue and burgers. Try one of the shrimp or fresh fish entrees at Arts Barbecue on Rogers Avenue next to Aaron's in Fort Smith.
ESPN 95.3.
One, it's on.
You're listening to the nonsensical life of John Neighbors and Tommy Kraft. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning on a Hot Take Monday presented by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, exit 13 off of I-40 next door to the Cracker Barrel in Alma. Stop in and see them at Crabtree RV. Up to $15,000 off on travel trailers. And you can save up to $10,000 off on fifth wheels right now. So all you got to do is get by and see them. These special RV show prices have been extended, but only for a few days longer. And it's at Crabtree RV in Alma. Exit 13 off of I-40 is where your family's dreams come true.
So, Tommy, did you get to see Ty's outfit, his get up?
Yeah, it's bad.
Couldn't have shaved your belly at least? Like, did you have to go grizzly man out there? I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to dress up in costume or anything like that, but
we went to the pool that day, and I really didn't want to have a shaved chest for that. So
you need muscles if you're going to shave your chest.
Yeah, and something
is that the rule?
Something I'm lacking.
If you have muscles, you can shave your chest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just
you don't look like a 14-year-old.
I just want to make check marks here, make sure I know the rules here. Okay.
I'm in average shape. Could be better, could be worse. That's what I always say when I walk in the gym.
In all seriousness,
right,
though,
it could be better.
In all seriousness, though, like on Friday, since you're feeling so bad, was the workout from CrossFit, did it make you sore at least? I know you were.
No, I mean, I wasn't,
okay.
because Phil asked me that at lunch. He said, "Are you sore?" And I said, "No." But I woke up, I couldn't see straight. I felt my stomach hurt, my head hurt. And then I took a little nap, popped in some ibuprofen, and then I was good to go for halftime.
Was it CrossFit or was it a hangover? I mean, it just sounds like it's the same principle.
I don't know how it's hangover. I don't drink during the week, so couldn't have been that.
It sounds like same principle, but yeah. So we apologize for the picture we just retweeted of Ty Richardson on our Twitter account. So, but glad it's over. And in fact, I think that's a perfect segue into getting to the best and the worst of the weekend. Because, I mean, what can be more worse than seeing Ty Richardson dressed up as Harley Quinn? I'm not totally sure, but I know that's worse. Again, so we're going to get right into the best and the worst of the weekend presented by Supercuts of Arkansas, where they're hiring licensed cosmetologists and barbers. You can join their family, take advantage of their amazing benefits, growth opportunity, and continue education. Team members will earn up to 2 weeks paid time off, commission-based performance pay, great tips, birthday pay, company-sponsored health insurance, and so much more. And as a team member, you will attend the Supercuts Hairstylist Training Academy for 1 week, cost-free and extensive color training and additional training seminars and recertification class each year. Simply apply online at supercuts.com or contact Joe at 520-203-4316. Supercuts, the next step to secure your future. So let's get into the best and the worst of the weekend.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
We the best.
This is the worst.
It's time for the best and worst of the weekend.
All right, I'll go ahead and kick it off with the best and the worst of the weekend. It's funny. I couldn't go with a sports-related theme, and we don't have to play the whole thing, but SNL is not what it used to be. Can we agree on that, Tommy?
No. They don't even have it at the same time anymore.
I mean, it's just listen, I can appreciate SNL from when it first started. I can appreciate SNL back when it had Chris Farley and Adam Sandler and David Spade and all that. I can even appreciate it when it had Will Ferrell and those guys. So, I mean, it's not like just one generation. It's always been great. But anyways, Adam Sandler hosted Saturday Night Live for the first time in ever. I mean, it's been a long time. And the best thing that I saw was he, on his acoustic guitar, which he was known for, and having skits where he made up songs, we all know Lunch Lady Land and all that stuff. But he did a tribute to the late Chris Farley, which was just absolutely incredible.
Hey, buddy, life's moved on, but you still bring us so much joy. Make my kids laugh with your YouTube clips. or Tommy Boy, And when they ask me who's the funniest guy I ever knew, I tell them hands down without a doubt it's you. Yeah, I miss hanging out, watching you try to get laid. But most of all, I miss watching you torture Spade. You're a legend like you wanted, but I still wish you were here with me. And we were getting on a plane to go shoot Grown Ups 3. Yeah, life ain't the same without you, boy. And that's what I'm singing about. I'm singing about my boy Chris Farley. And if we make enough noise, maybe he'll hear us. Give it up for the great Chris Farley.
Had to get really appreciative over there to Adam Sandler and remembering Chris Farley, one of the all-time greats. Had to be my best of the worst or best of the weekend, dealing with that tribute to him. And
in a van down by the river.
Van down by the river.
That's the best one ever.
I mean, he had
that
so
or
many.
The Patrick Swayze.
Oh, see, I was about to say that one, just because he didn't really say anything, and it was just his dance moves and his gut just moving all over the place. Guy had no shame, but man, he was funny.
He was funny.
Man, he was funny. Gone too soon, but yeah. So it was great.
Do you normally watch Saturday Night Live anymore?
Not anymore. I used to watch it every week.
It used to be like appointment TV, but
yeah, or at least DVR. But yeah, it's just it doesn't have stars anymore, man. It doesn't have the same power that it once did. So, but yeah, that was my best of the weekend. Was the tribute to Chris Farley.
My best of the weekend happened on Friday night as the Razorbacks took care of Kentucky, led by an inside the park home run and a great call from Phil Elson as Casey Martin rounded the bases.
Martin on the 0-1 hits a high drive center field. That sends Cam Hill all the way back at the wall, crashes into the fence, ball rolls away. Martin racing for third base. He's going to get the green light. Here he comes to the plate, and Casey Martin dives in with another inside the park home run. His third of the season and second in as many games the Jackrabbit has struck here in Lexington.
Great call from Phil Elson.
Oh my gosh. Great.
And third.
That's insane. That's the craziest thing.
That's got to be the best of the weekend right there. The way he motors around the bases. And I'm telling you, that speed that he possesses and Arkansas's overall team speed on the base paths is going to be a huge boost for Arkansas in postseason play.
Yeah.
Because the other teams are just not going to be able to match up with it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, and like I said, the third one. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Third one. I mean, that has to be the most difficult play as a hitter in baseball, right? Is to have an inside the park home run.
Yeah.
And he's got three of them.
What do you say? The Jackrabbit has done it again.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. We don't have it up here. I probably should have pulled it, but the television broadcast call of that was atrocious.
They were.
They didn't even carry.
That could be my worst of the weekend.
Yeah, it was bad.
That crew is just not good.
Yeah, I mean, not to try to throw stones, but my goodness, that was bad. So, but real quick, I'll go into my worst stuff. I've already talked about it a little bit, but I want to reiterate the point. My worst of the weekend was the people complaining about the length of the review in the Kentucky Derby. Listen, I understand that it gets annoying when you're watching football or basketball and it's in the middle of the third quarter and they're taking 5-10 minutes to review a call that really has no outcome.
They never take 10 minutes.
Well,
they never take 5 minutes.
I'm exaggerating.
Right,
But I'm
exactly.
just saying, like,
you're not telling the truth.
Well, people who get so up in arms about how long a review takes.
And I agree with you. But why is it? We'll let advertisers stop the game. We'll let coaches stop the game. We'll let anybody else in the world stop the game for a promotion, for an advertisement, for anything. We have television timeouts built in to a college basketball game every 4 minutes off the clock. No one stands up and boos when they have these TV timeouts.
Because it's
but
all...
by God, the referee shut it down for 30 seconds to get it right, and everybody's throwing popcorn cups at them.
Because it's all part of the plan.
Almighty.
It's all part of the game. They know going into it that there's going to be commercials. There's going to be breaks. There's going to be timeouts.
Don't we know going in there's going to be replay reviews?
But not at the times that they happen.
But you stop for 30 seconds to look at it in an NBA game. Fans are irate. Or college basketball. But yeah, every 4 minutes we'll stop for 3.5 minutes for commercials.
Yeah,
I think crummy commercial.
Well, I understand. I think it adds more fuel to it too when there's back-to-back-to-back reviews like in a small period of time. Again, I don't have a problem with it because I wanted to get right.
There's never been a 22-minute review anywhere.
No. If there was, then you'd really have a problem. But listen, I want the refs to get it right, no matter the sport. I want it to be right. But those who were complaining about the Kentucky Derby, which was a 2-minute race, which was for all the marbles, which had everything riding on it, get it right. Take as much time as you possibly need to make sure you get it right. I had no problem with the length of the review. I'm glad they reviewed it. It seemed like they got the call right. At least that's what the experts are saying, because I'm sure not one. But either way, it was that was my worst of the week, just the amount of people complaining about the length of that review.
My worst of the weekend is Kentucky. First of all, what's this name? Kentucky Pride Park?
Yeah, Kentucky Pride.
What the heck kind of name is that, number one? And they spent what was it, $49 million? And the chairback seats don't even go past the bags for $49 million. What would it cost to build Baum Stadium now? Holy smokes!
$500,000.
Arkansas didn't spend anywhere near that, and that's basically what they have is like the original version of Baum Stadium, right? So but that's not my complaint. That's not the worst of the weekend. The worst of the weekend is the stupid field turf. Listen, I understand you need field turf in football, but field turf should be outlawed in baseball, right?
I would say so.
Field turf. Next time we get Dave on the show, we need to be talking about this because obviously he doesn't want it or they'd already have it in Fayetteville, this whole field turf stuff. And they got it in the indoor. Obviously, you need it indoors. But this to me, the slides are all messed up. Just the look of the game, the bounce of the ball. Baseball was intended to be played on dirt and grass. And in Kentucky, you can go grow some pretty good. You build a $49 million ballpark. Have some natural grass out there. That was my worst of the weekend. Another SEC park. Vanderbilt's got one. They got one here. I don't know. Does anyone else have an all-turf field?
I'm sure.
I know Arkansas has seen. In the SEC.
Oh.
You've seen them in other venues in postseason. I think like Baylor may have had one too.
Sounds right.
I just think they're terrible.
Yeah. No, hey, listen.
Baseball should be played on dirt and grass.
I know it's
not turf.
I know it's not a would you rather, but would you rather play on the field like you had at Kentucky or the field like you had at Dickey-Stevens Park?
Dickey-Stevens Park.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Didn't even think about it. Just came right out and said it.
Dirt and grass.
It's more dirt now. It's grass.
Well, that's fine, but it's dirt and grass.
Dirt and grass. So, okay, well, perfect. Now we got that settled out. But all right. So I know we got a lot of people that have tweeted in their best and the worst of the week, and we'll get into those on the other side of the break in our final segment here of the Morning Rush. So really looking forward to that. And we'll get to that on the other side. Stay with us.
The most honest sports radio show in Arkansas. The Morning Rush continues next.
Wow, this is hard. Not every game is meant to be big, like bobbing for watermelons, for instance. But the big win scratch-off from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is. This enormous ticket is packed full of ways to win big, and has a top prize of $250,000. Yep, it's time to get down to bigness. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Kick off the season the right way with a new RV from Crabtree RV in Alma. Crabtree is extending our RV show pricing all season long. Check out our spring show specials like a Salem 207 with a slide and bunks for $147 a month. And with RV show pricing, you can take up to $10,000 off of MSRP on new travel trailers and up to $15,000 off new fifth wheels. And we'll still give you more for your trade than the other guys. At Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
This is Tommy Kraft for Ozark Sportsman Supply. Think you're a straight shooter? Test your skills on May 10th and 11th at the range at Ozark Sportsman Supply during Smith & Wesson Days for your chance to win a free Smith & Wesson Shield 380 Easy Pistol. It's the Smith & Wesson Card Shot Challenge. Each shooter gets 5 rounds of ammo. That's 5 chances to hit 5 playing cards from 5 yards away. Get an entry into the drawing for every card you hit, plus an entry just for shooting during Smith & Wesson Days at Ozark Sportsman Supply. Not only are you going to get a chance to win a free pistol, you're also going to get huge savings on Smith & Wesson firearms, like the Shield 380 EZ, $50 off. The Sport 2, also $50 off. And to top it off, $30 off all new Smith & Wesson firearms in stock. Think you're up to the Smith & Wesson Card Shot Challenge? Mark your calendars now for Smith & Wesson Days, May 10th and 11th, only at Ozark Sportsman Supply on 412 West, barely out of Springdale and Tawnytown.
This is the Morning Rush.
May is here, and at Franklin Furniture, it's time for May Pick a Number sale. Not customers who finance get to draw a ticket out of our Pick a Number box with discounts from 5% to 50% off.
Remember, always at Franklin Furniture for our cash customers, 25% off if you're paying with check, cash, or card.
Also register to win your choice of a 50-inch smart TV or a recliner to be given away May 31st.
Franklin Furniture, your Made in the USA headquarters.
Best seats in the house.
Well, at least you didn't hit me with a pan this time.
This is Mark Hurst. How important is new technology? That's a question I was recently asked by a student at a career day presentation at a local school. At Hurst Family Dental Care, we use new technology like digital x-rays, an iTero scanner instead of those messy impressions, and an Invisalign outcome simulator which can show you within minutes how Invisalign can straighten your teeth. Give us a call at 474-1972 and let us show you how new technology makes a difference in the way we are able to care for you. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
0% financing and huge spring savings on new Buicks at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 2019 Buick Encore, only $18,999 or just $299 a month. That's a 2019 for under $19,000. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on most Buick models, including the Cascada, Encore, Regal, LaCrosse, and Envision. Spring into savings at the #1 Buick dealer in the country, Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
At Michelob Ultra, we know it's not just about how much you work out every day. It's about how much you work into every day, too. So we brew our beer for those who realize that expending calories should never come at the expense of spending time with friends. Those who understand that just because you work out doesn't mean you can't go out. And that's why we brew Michelob Ultra to have 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a crisp, clean taste. Michelob Ultra, brewed for those who live fit, live fun, live Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2018 Michelob Ultra Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, 0.6 grams of protein, and 0 grams fat for 12 ounces.
When's the last time you did date night at Doe's? Doe's Steakhouse always has the charm and great atmosphere. Plus, the area's largest selection of in-stock wines. And all of the award-winning steaks at Doe's are perfect for sharing. And there's no charge for an extra side or salad when you share. Doe's is proud to be the premier steakhouse in Fort Smith at 422 North 3rd. Open 5 till 9 Monday through Thursday and 5 till 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. So make it a date night at Doe's for a great experience every time.
Are your real estate investments being properly managed? Are you sending a check or cashing a check each month? If you're tired of your current property managers, then call Trinity Multifamily. Trinity will qualify your tenants and leases, inspect your properties, and take care of maintenance and provide you with web-based access to current financial reports, leases, and pictures of your property. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
ESPN 95.3.
I'm in a hurry to get things done. Oh, I rush till life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm
all over the great state of Arkansas. This is the Morning Rush.
Final segment of the Morning Rush. Appreciate everybody that has listened in this morning, and it's been a fun-filled show, no doubt about it. And it's been brought to you by Mosquito Joe.
Yeah, don't let mosquitoes, ticks, or fleas ruin your outdoor fun, your outdoor activities this spring and summer. One call to Mosquito Joe, and they'll take care of everything in your backyard. Mosquito Joe of Arkansas is family-owned, operated right here in our great state, and they'll make outside fun again no matter where you're at. Central Arkansas, Western Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas, call Mosquito Joe. 479-202-9960. In Central Arkansas, it's 501-508-2528 or online at arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
So a few best and the worst of the weekend that we have from some of you that you have tweeted into the show. Try to make sure that I'm not reading any ones that are dirty. All right, Andrew says the best one is Arkansas killing Kentucky in the first two games of the series, and Arkansas fans outnumbering UK fans on the road. That was a really impressive showing there by Razorback fans. It's always impressive.
There wasn't much. There weren't many fans there. Period. When I got the stream up and going, the prime seats right behind home plate there was, looked like the SEC tournament's what it looked like on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah. So. Hey, if you got a field and a stadium that doesn't even give you chair backs all the way around, what do you expect?
You ought to have the better seats filled. They built a new stadium, and it really looks like, as far as layout, about like the first edition of Baum Stadium. Seats went down just about to the bags, and they had some berms. And listen, if Kentucky baseball took off, they got room to expand there, but
it looks like a first edition Baum Stadium.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that one. And it's like just one of those times where it really shows you how amazing of a field and of a stadium that Arkansas has with Baum Stadium, or Baum Walker Stadium, excuse me. So never take that for granted. A Hog fan tweets in, says his best was Dave Van Horn winning his 1,000th game as a head coach. The worst was Fletcher's impatience at the plate yesterday in Game 2. So he felt like he was being a little too impatient there by Dominic Fletcher. But,
hindsight is 20/20.
Oh, I know. That's how it always is. Robert says the worst of the weekend was all the turtles run over on the highway.
Didn't know that was a big problem.
I didn't know it. No, did not know
All
that.
right.
But that is sad. That is really bad to see. The best was the ridiculous number of times I was in the 10 ring. So I guess Robert there went to the shooting range and got to the 10 ring. Yeah. Humble brag there.
I was going to say, that sounds like a brag, yeah.
Yeah, humble brag there.
Don't tear your rotator cuff out, patting yourself on the back.
Exactly. JT says the best of the weekend was the Cubs sweeping the Cardinals and getting back into first place. Started 1-9, now 18-3 since then. Hottest team in baseball, but the worst.
So, hang on. So we went to pizza place here to watch the Kentucky Derby. They had the Cardinals Cubs, and let's look at Cardinals are leading like 5-1.
Oh yeah,
middle innings on Saturday, and turn around. And I mean, my eyes aren't off the TV 30 seconds. Turn back around. The Cubs have hit a grand slam to tie it at 5. Like, what happened here?
Yep, just like that, just real quick.
Just boom.
Yeah, that was weird.
That is on my bucket list of things to do, is to go to a Cards Cubs series, and particularly one at Wrigley.
I figured you would have already done that by now.
I've never been to Chicago. I've never even been to Chicago, much less Wrigley.
You're telling me I've been someplace that Tommy Kraft has not been?
You have. Have you been to Chicago? You've been to Wrigley?
I've not been to Wrigley. I've been to Chicago, though.
Not been. Obviously, I haven't been to Chicago. I haven't been to Wrigley.
I went to the Sears Tower. I don't know if it's called the Sears Tower anymore. But
I believe it still is.
Okay. So I went there. I went to Michael Jordan's restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Six Flags was up there.
They have a Six Flags?
They have a Six Flags. And I'm telling you what, in summertime in Chicago,
it's hot.
It's not as bad as going like to Dallas
the
for
one in
Six
St. Louis
Flags.
can be hot.
Well, yeah, and in Dallas for sure. But no, when we went,
Dallas.
it was like 78 degrees.
Oh, perfect.
Right in the middle of June, so it wasn't too bad at all. But yeah, Chicago's a cool city though. So if you ever
I'm trying to find a way to. I tell you where I'm going for. At the latest, I'm going to be there is when Arkansas plays Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's got to happen.
I'll definitely be there for that.
Yeah, so it's 2020, so next football season. Yeah, man. I say that's exciting. As long as
I'll
Dame
send you
doesn't
some pictures, Tom.
As long as Notre Dame doesn't cancel out on everybody and doing it that way.
Yeah, who knows?
But there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. Game of Thrones was last night.
Oh yeah, I bet you forgot.
Yeah, it just slipped my mind for some reason. So again, no spoilers or anything like that because I know Ty's going through. How many? What? Yeah, we're keeping an update on Ty's progress on Game of Thrones. Where are you at?
I'm on season 4 now.
You're on season 4 now, so you're about halfway there.
Chugging along.
You're about halfway there. So
what do you think so far?
I mean, I'm locked in.
Are you?
So
okay. So because Tommy's still yet to watch it, but you always got time to do it. Actually, you don't have time much at all, Tommy. But
you got forever because there's things called Netflix and Hulu and
you just
HBO on the go and things like that.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you have that. But either way, last night's episode, I will say, it was the best one of the season so far, in my opinion. There's been some great episodes, but now things are really getting crazy. Things are getting wild. Can't wait to see that there's only. Well, first off, there's only 2 episodes left, and that's really the bummer. That may have
How
been.
short is this deal here?
It's a 6-episode
That's
season.
it?
Yeah.
All of them are this way?
No, not all of them.
Oh.
Only this last season and this season. Last season was 7. This season's 6. But all the other previous 6 seasons are 10 episodes. So
yeah, normally on these HBO type series, 10 or 12, something like that.
Yeah, it normally has been that way. But these have been long episodes, though. They've been like an hour-and-a-half episodes. So I guess there's your trade-off. But either way, it's getting crazy. It's getting wild.
So are you going to be sad when it's over, when the last one?
It depends on how it ends. If it ends great.
See, sometimes when I get through binge watching a series and then I don't have anything.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll be sad.
I have a little depression there, a little withdrawal.
I'll be sad, but if it ends the right way, I'll be satisfied.
Right.
So it's just got to end the right way. 2 episodes left. 2 weeks.
I still miss Mad Men.
Yeah, I do too. And Breaking Bad, I do too.
I thought they were going to do a Mad Men movie.
Yeah. Well, who knows? They may still do it. So appreciate everybody listening in today. For Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, I'm John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round.